Welcome to official DVSA, Driving Theory Test, 2022 updated, UK. Part 6. Question 1. Where would you expect to see these markers? Give one answer. A. On a diversion sign. B. On a large goods vehicle. C. On a motorway sign. D. On a railway bridge. The correct answer is B. On a large goods vehicle. Explanation: these markers must be fitted to vehicles over 13 meters long, large goods vehicles, and rubbish skips placed in the road. They're reflective to make them easier to see in the dark. Question 2. What's the main hazard shown in this picture? Give one answer. A. Parked cars around the corner. B. The cyclist crossing the road. C. Vehicles doing U-turns. D. Vehicles turning right. The correct answer is B. The cyclist crossing the road. Explanation: look at the picture carefully and try to imagine you're there. The cyclist in this picture appears to be trying to cross the road. You must be able to deal with the unexpected, especially when you're approaching a hazardous junction. Look well ahead to give yourself time to deal with any hazards. Question 3. Which road user has caused a hazard? Give one answer. A. The car turning, arrowed D. B. The moving car, arrowed C. C. The parked car, arrowed A. D. The pedestrian waiting to cross, arrowed B. The correct answer is C. The parked car, arrowed A. Explanation: the car arrowed A is parked within the area marked by zigzag lines at the pedestrian crossing. Parking here is illegal. It also blocks the view for pedestrians wishing to cross the road, restricts the view of the crossing for approaching traffic. Question 4. What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? Give one answer. A. Continue at the same speed. B. Drive through quickly. C. Slow down and get ready to stop. D. Sound the horn. The correct answer is C. Slow down and get ready to stop. Explanation: look well ahead to see whether any hazards are developing. This will give you more time to deal with them in the correct way. The man in the picture is clearly intending to cross the road. You should be traveling at a speed that allows you to check your mirror, slow down and stop in good time. You shouldn't have to brake harshly. Question 5. What should the driver of the gray car, arrowed be especially aware of? Give one answer. A. Doors opening on parked cars. B. Empty parking spaces. C. The uneven road surface. D. Traffic following behind. The correct answer is A. Doors opening on parked cars. Explanation: when passing parked cars, there's a risk that a driver or passenger may not check before opening the door into the road. A defensive driver will drive slowly and be looking for people who may be about to get out of their car. Question 6. You see the sign ahead. What should you expect? Give one answer. A. The road will bend sharply to the left. B. The road will bend sharply to the right. C. The road will go steeply downhill. D. The road will go steeply uphill. The correct answer is A. The road will bend sharply to the left. Explanation: this sign indicates that the road will bend sharply to the left. Slow down in plenty of time and select the correct gear before you start to turn. Braking hard and late, while also sharply changing direction, is likely to cause a skid. Question 7. You're approaching the cyclist. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Flash your headlights at the cyclist. B. Overtake before the cyclist gets to the junction. C. Overtake the cyclist on the left-hand side. D. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. The correct answer is D. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Explanation: keep well back and give the cyclist time and room to turn safely. Don't intimidate them by getting too close or trying to squeeze past. Question 8. Why must you take extra care when turning right at this junction? Give one answer. A. The footpaths are narrow. B. The road markings are faint. C. The road surface is poor. D. The view is restricted. The correct answer is D. The view is restricted. Explanation: you may have to pull forward slowly until you can see up and down the road. Be aware that the traffic approaching the junction can't see you either. If you don't know that it's clear, don't go. Question 9. Which type of vehicle should you be ready to give way to as you approach this bridge? Give one answer. A. Bicycles. B. Buses. C. Cars. D. Motorcycles. The correct answer is B. Buses. Explanation: a double-deck bus or high-sided lorry will have to take a position in the center of the road to clear the bridge. There's normally a sign to show this. Look well ahead, past the bridge, and be ready to stop and give way to large oncoming vehicles. Question 10. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? Give one answer. A. Bicycle. B. Car. C. Lorry. D. Motorcycle. The correct answer is C. Lorry. Explanation: the highest point of the bridge is in the center, so a large vehicle might have to move to the center of the road to have enough room to pass under the bridge. Question 11. What must you do at this junction? Give one answer. A. Stop behind the line, then edge forward to see clearly. B. Stop beyond the line, at a point where you can see clearly. C. Stop only if there's traffic on the main road. D. Stop only if you're turning right. The correct answer is A. Stop behind the line, then edge forward to see clearly. Explanation: the stop sign has been put here because the view into the main road is poor. You must stop because it won't be possible to take proper observation while you're moving. Question 12. A driver pulls out of a side road in front of you, causing you to brake hard. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Flash your lights to show your annoyance. B. Ignore the error and stay calm. C. Overtake as soon as possible. D. Sound your horn to show your annoyance. The correct answer is B. Ignore the error and stay calm. Explanation: be tolerant if a vehicle emerges and you have to brake quickly. Anyone can make a mistake, so don't react aggressively. Be alert where there are side roads and be especially careful where there are parked vehicles, because these can make it difficult for emerging drivers to see you. Question 13. How would age affect an elderly person's driving ability? Give one answer. A. They won't be able to obtain car insurance. B. They won't signal at junctions. C. They'll need glasses to read road signs. D. They'll take longer to react to hazards. The correct answer is D. They'll take longer to react to hazards. Explanation: be tolerant of older drivers. They may take longer to react to a hazard and they may be hesitant in some situations, for example, at a junction. Question 14. You've just passed these warning lights. What hazard would you expect to see next? Give one answer. A. A level crossing with no barrier. B. A school crossing patrol. C. An ambulance station. D. An opening bridge. The correct answer is B. A school crossing patrol. Explanation: these lights warn that children may be crossing the road to a nearby school. Slow down so that you're ready to stop if necessary. Question 15. You're planning a long journey. Do you need to plan rest stops? Give one answer. A. No, only fuel stops will be needed. B. No, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. D. Yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour. The correct answer is C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. Explanation: try to plan your journey so that you can take rest stops. It's recommended that you take a break of at least 15 minutes after every 2 hours of driving or riding. This should help to maintain your concentration. Question 16. The red lights are flashing. What should you do when approaching this level crossing? Give one answer. A. Go through carefully. B. Go through quickly. C. Stop before the barrier. D. Switch on hazard warning lights. The correct answer is C. Stop before the barrier. Explanation: at level crossings, the red lights flash before and while the barrier is down. At most crossings, an amber light will precede the red lights. You must stop behind the white line unless you've already crossed it when the amber light comes on. Never zigzag around half barriers. Question 17. You're approaching a crossroads. The traffic lights have failed. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Be prepared to brake sharply to a stop. B. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. C. Brake and stop only for large vehicles. D. Brake sharply to a stop before looking. The correct answer is B. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. Explanation: when approaching a junction where the traffic lights have failed, you should proceed with caution. Treat the situation as an unmarked junction and be prepared to stop. Question 18. What should the driver of the red car arrowed do? Give one answer. A. Quickly drive behind the pedestrian in the road. B. Tell the pedestrian in the road she shouldn't have crossed. C. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. D. Wave towards the pedestrians who are waiting to cross. The correct answer is C. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. Explanation: some people might take a long time to cross the road. They may be older or have a disability. Be patient and don't hurry them by showing your impatience. If pedestrians are standing at the side of the road, don't signal or wave them to cross. Other road users might not have seen your signal and this could lead the pedestrians into a hazardous situation. Question 19. You're following a slower moving vehicle on a narrow country road. There's a junction just ahead on the right. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Accelerate quickly to pass before the junction. B. Only consider overtaking when you're past the junction. C. Overtake after checking your mirrors and signaling. D. Slow down and prepare to overtake on the left. The correct answer is B. Only consider overtaking when you're past the junction. Explanation: you should never overtake as you approach a junction. If a vehicle emerged from the junction while you were overtaking, a dangerous situation could develop very quickly. Question 20. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Give one answer. A. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. B. Find another route, this one is only for high vehicles. C. Move across to the right-hand side before going through. D. Move out to the center of the road before going through. The correct answer is A. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Explanation: oncoming large vehicles may need to move to the middle of the road to pass safely under the bridge. There won't be enough room for you to continue, so you should be ready to stop and wait. Question 21. Why are mirrors often slightly curved, convex? Give one answer. A. They give a wider field of vision. B. They make following traffic look bigger. C. They make it easier to judge the speed of following traffic. D. They totally cover blind spots. The correct answer is A. They give a wider field of vision. Explanation: although a convex mirror gives a wide view of the scene behind, you should be aware that it won't show you everything behind or to the side of your vehicle. Before you move off, you'll need to look over your shoulder to check for anything not visible in the mirrors. Question 22. A slow-moving lorry showing this sign is traveling in the middle lane of a 3-lane motorway. How should you pass it? Give one answer. A. Approach with care and pass on the left of the lorry. B. Cautiously approach the lorry, then pass on either side. C. Don't pass the lorry and leave the motorway at the next exit. D. Use the right-hand lane and pass the lorry normally. The correct answer is A. Approach with care and pass on the left of the lorry. Explanation: this sign is found on slow-moving or stationary works vehicles. If you wish to overtake, do so on the left, as indicated. Be aware that there might be workmen in the area. Question 23. You think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Flash your lights to alert the driver. B. Overtake on the left if there's room. C. Sound your horn before overtaking. D. Stay behind and don't overtake. The correct answer is D. Stay behind and don't overtake. Explanation: be cautious and don't attempt to overtake. The driver may be unsure of the location of a junction and may turn suddenly. Question 24. What's the main hazard the driver of the red car, arrowed, should be aware of? Give one answer. A. Glare from the sun may affect the driver's vision. B. Oncoming vehicles will assume the driver is turning right. C. The black car may stop suddenly. D. The bus may move out into the road. The correct answer is D. The bus may move out into the road. Explanation: if you can do so safely, give way to buses signaling to move off at bus stops. Try to anticipate the actions of other road users around you. The driver of the red car should be prepared for the bus pulling out. As you approach a bus stop, look to see how many passengers are waiting to board. If the last one has just got on, the bus is likely to move off. Question 25. What type of vehicle displays this yellow sign? Give one answer. A. A broken down vehicle. B. A private ambulance. C. A school bus. D. An ice cream van. The correct answer is C. A school bus. Explanation: Buses which carry children to and from school may stop at places other than scheduled bus stops. Be aware that they might pull over at any time to allow children to get on, or off. This will normally be when traffic is heavy during rush hour. Question 26. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? Give one answer. A. Children running out between vehicles. B. Glare from the sun. C. Lack of road markings. D. Large goods vehicles. The correct answer is A. Children running out between vehicles. Explanation: on roads where there are many parked vehicles, you might not be able to see children between parked cars and they may run out into the road without looking. Question 27. What's the main hazard you should be aware of when following the cyclist? Give one answer. A. The contents of the cyclist's carrier may fall onto the road. B. The cyclist may move to the left and dismount. C. The cyclist may swerve into the road. D. The cyclist may wish to turn right at the end of the road. The correct answer is C. The cyclist may swerve into the road. Explanation: when following a cyclist, be aware that they have to deal with the hazards around them. They may wobble or swerve to avoid a pothole in the road or see a potential hazard and change direction suddenly. Don't follow them too closely or rev your engine impatiently. Question 28. A driver's behavior has upset you. What can you do to safely get over this incident? Give one answer. A. Follow them, flashing your headlights. B. Gesture to them with your hand. C. Shout abusive language. D. Stop and take a break. The correct answer is D. Stop and take a break. Explanation: if you feel yourself becoming tense or upset, stop in a safe place and take a break. Tiredness can make things worse and may cause a different reaction to upsetting situations. Question 29. How should you drive in areas with traffic calming measures? Give one answer. A. At a reduced speed. B. At the speed limit. C. In the center of the road. D. With headlights on dipped beam. The correct answer is A. At a reduced speed. Explanation: traffic calming measures such as road humps, chicanes and narrowings are intended to slow drivers down to protect vulnerable road users. Don't speed up until you reach the end of the traffic calm zone. Question 30. When approaching this hazard, why should you slow down? Give one answer. A. Because it's hard to see to the right. B. Because of animals crossing. C. Because of approaching traffic. D. Because of the level crossing. The correct answer is D. Because of the level crossing. Explanation: you should be slowing down and selecting the correct gear in case you have to stop at the level crossing. Look for the signals and be prepared to stop if necessary. Question 31. Why are place names painted on the road surface? Give one answer. A. To enable you to change lanes early. B. To prevent you changing lanes. C. To restrict the flow of traffic. D. To warn you of oncoming traffic. The correct answer is A. To enable you to change lanes early. Explanation: the names of towns and cities may be painted on the road at busy junctions and complex road systems. Their purpose is to let you move into the correct lane in good time, allowing traffic to flow more freely. Question 32. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are these particularly dangerous? Give one answer. A. Traffic can overtake on the left. B. Traffic can travel faster in poor weather conditions. C. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. D. Traffic uses the middle lane for emergencies only. The correct answer is C. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. Explanation: if you intend to overtake, you must consider that approaching traffic could be planning the same maneuver. When you've considered the situation and decided it's safe, indicate your intentions early. This will show the approaching traffic that you intend to pull out. Question 33. You're on a dual carriageway. Ahead, you see a vehicle with an amber flashing light. What could this be? Give one answer. A. A disabled person's vehicle. B. A doctor on call. C. A fire engine. D. An ambulance. The correct answer is A. A disabled person's vehicle. Explanation: an amber flashing light on a vehicle indicates that it's slow moving. Battery-powered vehicles used by disabled people are limited to 8 miles per hour. It isn't advisable for them to be used on dual carriageways where the speed limit exceeds 50 miles per hour. If they are, then an amber flashing light must be used. Question 34. What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic? Give one answer. A. Go ahead. B. Stop. C. Turn left. D. Turn right. The correct answer is B. Stop. Explanation: police officers may need to direct traffic, for example, at a junction where the traffic lights have broken down. Check your copy of the highway code for the signals that they use. Question 35. Why should you be cautious when going past this stationary bus? Give one answer. A. People may cross the road in front of it. B. The driver may open the door. C. The road surface will be slippery. D. There is traffic approaching in the distance. The correct answer is A. People may cross the road in front of it. Explanation: a stationary bus at a bus stop can hide pedestrians who might try to cross the road just in front of it. Drive at a speed that will enable you to respond safely if you have to. Question 36. Where shouldn't you overtake? Give one answer. A. Approaching a junction. B. On a one-way street. C. On a single carriageway. D. Traveling up a long hill. The correct answer is A. Approaching a junction. Explanation: you should overtake only when it's really necessary and you can see it's clear ahead. Look out for road signs and markings that show it's illegal or would be unsafe to overtake, for example, approaching junctions or bends. In many cases, overtaking is unlikely to significantly improve your journey time. Question 37. What's an effect of drinking alcohol? Give one answer. A. A loss of confidence. B. Faster reactions. C. Greater awareness of danger. D. Poor judgment of speed. The correct answer is D. Poor judgment of speed. Explanation: alcohol will severely reduce your ability to drive or ride safely, and there are serious consequences if you're caught over the drink-drive limit. It's known that alcohol can affect your judgment, cause overconfidence, reduced coordination and control. Question 38. What does the solid white line at the side of the road indicate? Give one answer. A. Cycle path. B. Edge of the carriageway. C. Footpath on the left. D. Traffic lights ahead. The correct answer is B. Edge of the carriageway. Explanation: The continuous white line shows the edge of the carriageway. It can be especially useful when visibility is restricted, such as at night or in bad weather. It's discontinued in some places, for example, at junctions, laybys, entrances or other openings. Question 39. You're driving towards this level crossing. What would be the first warning of an approaching train? Give one answer. A. A steady amber light. B. Both half barriers down. C. One half barrier down. D. Twin flashing red lights. The correct answer is A. A steady amber light. Explanation: the steady amber light will be followed by twin flashing red lights that mean you must stop. An alarm will also sound to alert you to the fact that a train is approaching. Question 40. You're behind this cyclist. When the traffic lights change, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Allow the cyclist time and room. B. Tap your horn and drive through first. C. Try to move off before the cyclist. D. Turn right but give the cyclist room. The correct answer is A. Allow the cyclist time and room. Explanation: hold back and allow the cyclist to move off. Some junctions have special areas marked across the front of the traffic lane. These allow cyclists to wait for the lights to change and move off ahead of other traffic. Question 41. What should the white car do when the traffic lights change to green? Give one answer. A. Move off quickly and turn in front of the cyclist. B. Move up close to the cyclist to beat the lights. C. Sound their horn to warn the cyclist. D. Wait for the cyclist to pull away. The correct answer is D. Wait for the cyclist to pull away. Explanation: if you're waiting at traffic lights, check all around you before you move away, as cyclists often filter through waiting traffic. Allow the cyclist to move off safely. Question 42. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? Give one answer. A. Check for bicycles on your left. B. Check your right mirror. C. Move up close to the white car. D. Straddle the lanes. The correct answer is A. Check for bicycles on your left. Explanation: check your near side for cyclists before moving away. This is especially important if you've been in a queue of traffic and are about to move off, as cyclists often filter past on the near side of stationary vehicles. Question 43. Why should you reduce your speed when driving along this road? Give one answer. A. A low bridge is ahead. B. A staggered junction is ahead. C. The road narrows ahead. D. The road surface changes ahead. The correct answer is B. A staggered junction is ahead. Explanation: traffic could be turning off or pulling out ahead of you, to the left or right. Vehicles turning left will be slowing down before the junction, and any vehicles turning right may have to stop to allow oncoming traffic to clear. Be prepared for this, as you might have to slow down or stop behind them. Question 44. What might you expect to happen in this situation? Give one answer. A. Traffic speed will increase. B. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. C. Traffic will move into the right-hand lane. D. Traffic won't need to change position. The correct answer is B. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. Explanation: be courteous and allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Question 45. You're driving on a road with several lanes. You see these signs above the lanes. What do they mean? Give one answer. A. The two left lanes are open. B. The two right lanes are open. C. Traffic in the left lanes should stop. D. Traffic in the right lanes should stop. The correct answer is A. The two left lanes are open. Explanation: if you see a red cross above your lane, it means that there's an obstruction ahead. You'll have to move into one of the lanes that's showing a green light. If all the lanes are showing a red cross, then you must stop. Question 46. You're invited to a pub lunch. You know that you'll have to drive in the evening. What's your best course of action? Give one answer. A. Avoid mixing your alcoholic drinks. B. Don't drink any alcohol at all. C. Eat a hot meal with your alcoholic drinks. D. Have some milk before drinking alcohol. The correct answer is B. Don't drink any alcohol at all. Explanation: alcohol will stay in your body for several hours and may make you unfit to drive later in the day. Drinking during the day will also affect your performance at work or study. Question 47. You've been convicted of driving while unfit through drink or drugs. You'll find this is likely to cause the cost of one of the following to rise considerably. Which one? Give one answer. A. Driving license. B. Insurance premiums. C. Road fund license. D. Vehicle test certificate. The correct answer is B. Insurance premiums. Explanation: you've shown that you're a risk to yourself and others on the road. For this reason, insurance companies may charge you a higher premium. Question 48. What advice should you give to a driver who has had a few alcoholic drinks at a party? Give one answer. A. Drive home carefully and slowly. B. Go home by public transport. C. Have a strong cup of coffee and then drive home. D. Wait a short while and then drive home. The correct answer is B. Go home by public transport. Explanation: drinking black coffee or waiting a few hours won't make any difference. Alcohol takes time to leave the body. A driver who has been drinking should go home by public transport or taxi. They might even be unfit to drive the following morning. Question 49. You've been taking medicine that causes drowsiness. You begin to feel better, but you still need to take the medicine. What should you do about driving? Give one answer. A. Ask someone to come with you. B. Avoid driving and check with your doctor. C. Drive on quiet roads. D. Only drive if your journey is necessary. The correct answer is B. Avoid driving and check with your doctor. Explanation: you aren't fit to drive if you're taking medicine that makes you drowsy. Check with your doctor if you're unsure. You mustn't put other road users, your passengers, or yourself at risk. Question 50. You're about to drive home from holiday when you become ill. A doctor prescribes drugs that are likely to affect your driving. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Avoid driving on motorways. B. Get someone else to drive. C. Never drive at more than 30 miles per hour. D. Only drive if someone is with you. The correct answer is B. Get someone else to drive. Explanation: you shouldn't drive if you're taking medicine that could cause you to feel drowsy at the wheel. Ask someone else to drive or, if that isn't possible, find another way to get home. Question 51. During periods of illness, your ability to drive may be impaired. What must you do? Give one answer. A. Make sure you're medically fit to drive. B. See your doctor each time before you drive. C. Take all your medicines with you when you drive. D. Take smaller doses of any medicines. The correct answer is A. Make sure you're medically fit to drive. Explanation: only drive if you're fit to do so. Driving when you're ill or taking some medicines can affect your concentration and judgment. It may also cause you to become drowsy or even fall asleep. Question 52. What should you do if you begin to feel drowsy while you're driving? Give one answer. A. Close the car windows to help you concentrate. B. Continue with your journey but drive more slowly. C. Stop and rest as soon as possible. D. Turn the heater up to keep you warm and comfortable. The correct answer is C. Stop and rest as soon as possible. Explanation: you'll be putting other road users at risk if you continue to drive when you're drowsy. Pull over and stop in a safe place for a rest. Caffeinated drinks and a short nap can temporarily help counter sleepiness. If you're driving a long distance, think about finding some accommodation so you can rest for longer before continuing your journey. Question 53. What should you do if you become tired while you're driving on a motorway? Give one answer. A. Close all your windows and set the heating to warm. B. Increase your speed and turn up the radio volume. C. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. D. Pull up on the hard shoulder and change drivers. The correct answer is C. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. Explanation: if you feel yourself becoming tired or sleepy, you should leave the motorway at the next exit or services and stop for a rest. If you have to drive a long way, leave earlier and plan your journey to include rest stops. That way, you're less likely to become tired while driving and you'll still arrive in good time. Question 54. You're about to drive home. You feel very tired and have a severe headache. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Drive home if you can stay awake for the journey. B. Drive home, but take a tablet for headaches. C. Wait for a short time, then drive home slowly. D. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. The correct answer is D. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. Explanation: all of your concentration should be on your driving. Any pain you feel will distract you, and you should avoid driving when drowsy. The safest course of action is to wait until you've rested and are feeling better before starting your journey. Question 55. You're driving on a long journey. What can you do to help prevent tiredness? Give one answer. A. Complete the journey without stopping. B. Eat a large meal before driving. C. Play loud music in the car. D. Take regular refreshment breaks. The correct answer is D. Take regular refreshment breaks. Explanation: long-distance driving can be boring. This, coupled with a stuffy, warm vehicle, can make you feel tired and sleepy. Make sure you take rest breaks to help you stay awake and alert. Stop in a safe place before you get to the stage of fighting sleep. Question 56. You take some cough medicine given to you by a friend. What should you do before driving? Give one answer. A. Ask your friend if taking the medicine affected their driving. B. Check the label to see if the medicine will affect your driving. C. Drink some strong coffee 1 hour before driving. D. Drive a short distance to see if the medicine is affecting your driving. The correct answer is B. Check the label to see if the medicine will affect your driving. Explanation: if you've taken medicine, Never drive without first checking what the side effects might be. They might affect your judgment and perception, and therefore endanger lives. Question 57. You take the wrong route and find you're on a one-way street. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Continue to the end of the road. B. Reverse into a driveway. C. Reverse out of the road. D. Turn around in a side road. The correct answer is A. Continue to the end of the road. Explanation: never reverse or turn your vehicle around in a one-way street. It's illegal and could even cause a collision. If you've taken a wrong turn, carry on along the one-way street and find another route, checking the direction signs as you drive. Stop in a safe place if you need to check a map. Question 58. What will be a serious distraction from driving? Give one answer. A. Looking at road maps. B. Looking in your door mirror. C. Switching on your demi-stir. D. Using your windscreen washers. The correct answer is A. Looking at road maps. Explanation: looking at road maps while driving is very dangerous. If you aren't sure of your route, stop in a safe place and check the map. You must not allow anything to take your attention away from the road while you're driving. Question 59. You're driving along this road. The driver on the left is reversing from a driveway. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Drive through as you have priority. B. Move to the opposite side of the road. C. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. D. Speed up and drive through quickly. The correct answer is C. Sound your horn and be prepared to stop. Explanation: white lights at the rear of a car show that the driver has selected reverse gear. Sound your horn to warn the other driver of your presence, and reduce your speed as a precaution. Question 60. You've been involved in an argument that has made you feel angry. What should you do before starting your journey? Give one answer. A. Calm down. B. Have an alcoholic drink. C. Open a window. D. Turn on your radio. The correct answer is A. Calm down. Explanation: if you're feeling upset or angry, you'll find it much more difficult to concentrate on your driving. You should wait until you've calmed down before starting a journey. Question 61. You're driving on this dual carriageway. Why may you need to slow down? Give one answer. A. There are no footpaths. B. There are roadworks ahead of you. C. There are solid white lines on either side. D. There's a broken white line in the center. The correct answer is B. There are roadworks ahead of you. Explanation: look well ahead and read any road signs as you drive. They are there to inform you of what's ahead. In this case, you may need to slow down and change direction. Check your mirrors so you know what's happening around you before you change speed or direction. Question 62. You've just been overtaken by this motorcyclist, who has cut in sharply. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Brake firmly. B. Flash your lights. C. Keep a safe gap. D. Sound the horn. The correct answer is C. Keep a safe gap. Explanation: if another vehicle cuts in sharply, ease off the accelerator and drop back to allow a safe separation distance. Try not to overreact by braking sharply or swerving, as you could lose control. If vehicles behind you are too close or unprepared, it could lead to a crash. Question 63. You're about to drive home. You can't find the glasses you need to wear. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Borrow a friend's glasses and use those. B. Drive home at night, so that the lights will help you. C. Drive home slowly, keeping to quiet roads. D. Find a way of getting home without driving. The correct answer is D. Find a way of getting home without driving. Explanation: if you need to wear glasses for driving, it's illegal to drive without them. You must be able to see clearly when you are driving. Question 64. What's a common effect of drinking alcohol? Give one answer. A. Color blindness. B. Faster reactions. C. Increased concentration. D. Increased confidence. The correct answer is D. Increased confidence. Explanation: alcohol can increase confidence to a point where a driver's behavior might become out of character. Someone who normally behaves sensibly might suddenly enjoy taking risks. Never let yourself or your friends get into this situation. Question 65. Your doctor has given you a course of medicine. Why should you ask how it will affect you? Give one answer. A. Drugs make you a better driver by quickening your reactions. B. Some types of medicine can cause your reactions to slow down. C. The medicine you take may affect your hearing. D. You'll have to let your insurance company know about the medicine. The correct answer is B. Some types of medicine can cause your reactions to slow down. Explanation: always check the label or information leaflet for any medication you take. The medicine might affect your driving. If you aren't sure, ask your doctor or pharmacist. Question 66. You find that you need glasses to read vehicle number plates at the required distance. When must you wear them? Give one answer. A. At all times when driving. B. Only in bad light or at night time. C. Only in bad weather conditions. D. Only when you think it's necessary. The correct answer is A. At all times when driving. Explanation: have your eyesight tested before you start your practical training. Then, throughout your driving life, have checks periodically, as your vision may change. Question 67. Which of the following types of glasses shouldn't be worn when driving at night? Give one answer. A. Bifocal. B. Half moon. C. Round. D. Tinted. The correct answer is D. Tinted. Explanation: if you're driving at night or in poor visibility, tinted lenses will reduce the efficiency of your vision by reducing the amount of light reaching your eyes. Question 68. What can seriously affect your ability to concentrate? Give one answer. A. Busy roads. B. Contact lenses. C. Drugs. D. Tinted windows. The correct answer is C. Drugs. Explanation: both recreational drugs and prescribed medicine can affect your concentration. It's also now an offense to drive with certain drugs in your body, and a positive test could lead to a conviction. Question 69. You find that your eyesight has become very poor and your optician cannot help you. By law, who should you tell? Give one answer. A. Another optician. B. The driver licensing authority. C. The local police. D. Your own doctor. The correct answer is B. The driver licensing authority. Explanation: having very poor eyesight will have a serious effect on your ability to drive safely. If you can't meet the driver's eyesight requirements, you must tell DVLA, or DVA in Northern Ireland. Question 70. When should you use hazard warning lights? Give one answer. A. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. B. When you're double parked on a two-way road. C. When your direction indicators aren't working. D. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. The correct answer is D. When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. Explanation: hazard warning lights are an important safety feature and should be used if you've broken down and are causing an obstruction. Don't use them as an excuse to park illegally. You may also use them on motorways to warn traffic behind you of danger ahead. Question 71. You want to turn left at this junction. Your view of the main road is restricted. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. B. Build up your speed so that you can emerge quickly. C. Stay well back and wait to see if anything comes. D. Stop and apply the handbrake even if the road is clear. The correct answer is A. Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. Explanation: you should slow right down, and stop if necessary, at any junction where your view is restricted, edge forward until you can see properly. Only then can you decide whether it's safe to go. Question 72. When driving a car fitted with automatic transmission, what would you use kick down for? Give one answer. A. Cruise control. B. Fuel economy. C. Quick acceleration. D. Slow braking. The correct answer is C. Quick acceleration. Explanation: kick down selects a lower gear, enabling the vehicle to accelerate faster. Question 73. You're driving along this motorway. It's raining. What should you do when following this lorry? Give one answer. A. Allow at least a 2-second gap. B. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. C. Move left and drive on the hard shoulder. D. Move right and stay in the right-hand lane. The correct answer is B. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. Explanation: the usual 2-second time gap increases to 4 seconds when the roads are wet. If you stay well back, you'll be able to see past the vehicle, be out of the spray thrown up by the lorry's tires, give yourself more time to stop if the need arises, increase your chances of being seen by the lorry driver. Question 74. You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What dangers should you be aware of? Give one answer. A. A vehicle overtaking you. B. No sign to warn you of the bend. C. No white lines in the center of the road. D. Pedestrians walking towards you. The correct answer is D. Pedestrians walking towards you. Explanation: pedestrians walking on a road with no pavement should walk against the direction of the traffic. You can't see around this bend, there may be hidden dangers. Always keep this in mind and give yourself time to react if a hazard does appear. Question 75. Ahead of you, traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Accelerate, past the vehicles in the left-hand lane. B. Move across and continue in the right-hand lane. C. Pull up on the left-hand verge. D. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. The correct answer is D. Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. Explanation: allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Leave enough room so that you can maintain a safe separation distance, even if vehicles pull in ahead of you. Question 76. In what way are provisional car license holders restricted? Give one answer. A. They can't carry passengers in the rear seats. B. They can't drive at more than 40 miles per hour. C. They can't drive between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. D. They can't drive unaccompanied. The correct answer is D. They can't drive unaccompanied. Explanation: when driving a motor car, a learner driver who holds a provisional driving license must display red L plates, or D plates in Wales, to the front and rear of the vehicle, be insured to drive the vehicle, be accompanied by someone who's at least 21 years old and who has held for at least 3 years, and still holds a full license for the category of vehicle being driven. Question 77. In which circumstances may you use hazard warning lights? Give one answer. A. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. B. When warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. C. When you're double parked on a two-way road. D. When your direction indicators aren't working. The correct answer is A. When driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. Explanation: hazard warning lights are an important safety feature. Use them when driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind you of danger ahead. You should also use them if your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. Question 78. You're waiting to emerge at a junction. Your view is restricted by parked vehicles. What can help you to see traffic on the road you're joining? Give one answer. A. Checking for traffic in your interior mirror. B. Looking for traffic behind you. C. Making eye contact with other road users. D. Reflections of traffic in shop windows. The correct answer is D. Reflections of traffic in shop windows. Explanation: you must be completely sure it's safe to emerge. Try to look for traffic through the windows of the parked cars or in the reflections in shop windows. Keep looking in all directions as you slowly edge forwards until you can see it's safe. Question 79. After passing your driving test, you suffer from ill health. This affects your driving. What must you do? Give one answer. A. Always drive accompanied. B. Avoid using motorways. C. Inform the licensing authority. D. Inform your local police. The correct answer is C. Inform the licensing authority. Explanation: you must tell DVLA or DVA in Northern Ireland if your health is likely to affect your ability to drive. The licensing authority will investigate your situation and then make a decision on whether or not to take away your license. Question 80. Why should the junction on the left be kept clear? Give one answer. A. To allow the bus to reverse. B. To allow vehicles to enter and emerge. C. To allow vehicles to make a U-turn. D. To allow vehicles to park. The correct answer is B. To allow vehicles to enter and emerge. Explanation: you should always try to keep junctions clear. If you're in queuing traffic, make sure that when you stop you leave enough space for traffic to flow into and out of the junction. Question 81. Your motorway journey is boring and you feel drowsy. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. B. Slow down and let other drivers overtake. C. Speed up to arrive at your destination sooner. D. Stop on the hard shoulder for a sleep. The correct answer is A. Open a window and stop as soon as it's safe and legal. Explanation: never stop on the hard shoulder to rest. If there's no service area for several miles, leave the motorway at the next exit and find somewhere safe and legal to pull over. Part 7. Question 1. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? Give one answer. A. Blue rectangles. B. Green rectangles. C. Red circles. D. Red triangles. The correct answer is C. Red circles. Explanation: there are three basic types of traffic sign: those that warn, those that inform, and those that give orders. Generally, triangular signs warn, rectangular signs give information or directions, and circular signs give orders. An exception is the 8-sided stop sign. Question 2. Traffic signs giving orders are generally which shape? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: road signs in the shape of a circle give orders. Those with a red circle are mostly prohibitive. The stop sign is octagonal to give it greater prominence. Signs giving orders must always be obeyed. Question 3. Which type of sign tells you not to do something? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: signs in the shape of a circle give orders. A sign with a red circle means that you aren't allowed to do something. Study Know Your traffic signs to ensure that you understand what the different traffic signs mean. Question 4. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. 20 cars only parking zone. B. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. C. Minimum speed limit with traffic calming. D. Only 20 cars allowed at any one time. The correct answer is B. Maximum speed limit with traffic calming. Explanation: if you're in a place where there are likely to be pedestrians, for example, outside a school, near a park, in a residential area, or in a shopping area, you should be cautious and keep your speed down. Many local authorities have taken steps to slow traffic down by creating traffic calming measures such as speed humps. They're there for a reason: slow down. Question 5. Which sign means no motor vehicles are allowed? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: you'll generally see the sign at the approach to a pedestrian-only zone. Question 6. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of 20 miles per hour zone. B. Minimum speed limit 30 miles per hour. C. New speed limit 20 miles per hour. D. No vehicles over 30 tons. The correct answer is A. End of 20 miles per hour zone. Explanation: where you see this sign, the 20 miles per hour restriction ends. Check all around for possible hazards and only increase your speed if it's safe to do so. Question 7. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cars and motorcycles only. B. Clearway, no stopping. C. No motor vehicles. D. No overtaking. The correct answer is C. No motor vehicles. Explanation: a sign will indicate which types of vehicles are prohibited from certain roads. Make sure that you know which signs apply to the vehicle you're using. Question 8. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No entry. B. No parking. C. No road markings. D. No through road. The correct answer is A. No entry. Explanation: no entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 9. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bend to the right. B. No right turn. C. No traffic from the right. D. Road on the right closed. The correct answer is B. No right turn. Explanation: the no right turn sign may be used to warn road users that there's a no entry prohibition on a road to the right ahead. Question 10. Which sign means no entry? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: look for and obey traffic signs. Disobeying or not seeing a sign could be dangerous. It may also be an offense for which you could be prosecuted. Question 11. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Parking for buses only. B. Parking for trams only. C. Route for buses only. D. Route for trams only. The correct answer is D. Route for trams only. Explanation: avoid blocking tram routes. Trams are fixed on their route and can't maneuver around other vehicles or pedestrians. Modern trams travel quickly and are quiet, so you might not hear them approaching. Question 12. Which type of vehicle does this sign apply to? Give one answer. A. Heavy vehicles. B. High vehicles. C. Long vehicles. D. Wide vehicles. The correct answer is B. High vehicles. Explanation: the triangular shapes above and below the dimensions indicate a height restriction that applies to the road ahead. Question 13. Which sign means no motor vehicles allowed? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: this sign is used to enable pedestrians to walk free from traffic. It's often found in shopping areas. Question 14. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No motor vehicles. B. No overtaking. C. Two-way traffic. D. You have priority. The correct answer is B. No overtaking. Explanation: road signs that prohibit overtaking are placed in locations where passing the vehicle in front is dangerous. If you see this sign, don't attempt to overtake. The sign is there for a reason, you must obey. Question 15. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Clearway, no stopping. B. National speed limit applies. C. Waiting permitted. D. Waiting restrictions apply. The correct answer is D. Waiting restrictions apply. Explanation: there'll be a plate or additional sign to tell you when the restrictions apply. Question 16. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of clearway. B. End of cycle route. C. End of restricted parking area. D. End of restricted speed area. The correct answer is C. End of restricted parking area. Explanation: even though you've left the restricted area, make sure that you park where you won't endanger other road users or cause an obstruction. Question 17. Which sign means no stopping? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: Stopping where this clearway restriction applies is likely to cause congestion. Allow the traffic to flow by obeying the signs. Question 18. You see the sign ahead. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. National speed limit applies. B. No entry. C. No stopping. D. Waiting restrictions apply. The correct answer is C. No stopping. Explanation: clearways are stretches of road where you aren't allowed to stop unless it's an emergency. Stopping where these restrictions apply may be dangerous and is likely to cause an obstruction. Restrictions might apply for several miles and this may be indicated on the sign. Question 19. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Distance to parking place ahead. B. Distance to passing place ahead. C. Distance to public house ahead. D. Distance to public telephone ahead. The correct answer is A. Distance to parking place ahead. Explanation: if you intend to stop and rest, this sign allows you time to reduce speed and pull over safely. Question 20. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Vehicles may not park on the verge or footway. B. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. C. Vehicles may park on the left-hand side of the road only. D. Vehicles may park on the right-hand side of the road only. The correct answer is B. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. Explanation: in order to keep roads free from parked cars, there are some areas where you're allowed to park on the verge. Only do this where you see the sign. Parking on verges or footways anywhere else could lead to a fine. Question 21. What does this traffic sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give priority to oncoming traffic. B. No overtaking allowed. C. One-way traffic only. D. Two-way traffic. The correct answer is A. Give priority to oncoming traffic. Explanation: priority signs are normally shown where the road is narrow and there isn't enough room for two vehicles to pass. Examples are narrow bridges, roadworks, and where there's a width restriction. Make sure you know who has priority, don't force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Question 22. What's the meaning of this traffic sign? Give one answer. A. Bus lane ahead. B. End of two-way road. C. Give priority to vehicles coming towards you. D. You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. The correct answer is D. You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. Explanation: don't force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Although you have priority, make sure oncoming traffic is going to give way before you continue. Question 23. What shape is a stop sign at a junction? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: to make it easy to recognize, the stop sign is the only sign of this shape. You must stop and take effective observation before proceeding. Question 24. At a junction, you see the sign partly covered by snow. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. Crossroads. B. Give way. C. Stop. D. Turn right. The correct answer is C. Stop. Explanation: the stop sign is the only road sign that's octagonal. This is so that it can be recognized and obeyed even if it's obscured, for example, by snow. Question 25. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Lay by 30 miles ahead. B. Maximum speed 30 miles per hour. C. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. D. Service area 30 miles ahead. The correct answer is C. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. Explanation: this sign is shown where slow-moving vehicles would impede the flow of traffic, for example, in tunnels. However, if you need to slow down or even stop to avoid an incident or potential collision, you should do so. Question 26. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Approaching traffic passes you on both sides. B. Give way to oncoming vehicles. C. Pass either side to get to the same destination. D. Turn off at the next available junction. The correct answer is C. Pass either side to get to the same destination. Explanation: these signs are often seen in one-way streets that have more than one lane. When you see this sign, use the route that's the most convenient and doesn't require a late change of direction. Question 27. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way to buses. B. Give way to trams. C. Route for buses. D. Route for trams. The correct answer is D. Route for trams. Explanation: take extra care when you encounter trams. Look out for road markings and signs that alert you to them. Modern trams are very quiet and you may not hear them approaching. Question 28. What does a circular traffic sign with a blue background do? Give one answer. A. Give an instruction. B. Give directions to a car park. C. Give motorway information. D. Give warning of a motorway ahead. The correct answer is A. Give an instruction. Explanation: signs with blue circles mostly give a positive instruction. These are often found in urban areas and include signs for many roundabouts and directional arrows. Question 29. Where would you see a contraflow bus and cycle lane? Give one answer. A. On a dual carriageway. B. On a one-way street. C. On a roundabout. D. On an urban motorway. The correct answer is B. On a one-way street. Explanation: the traffic permitted to use a contraflow lane travels in the opposite direction to traffic in the other lanes on the road. Question 30. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bus station on the right. B. Contraflow bus lane. C. Give way to buses. D. With flow bus lane. The correct answer is B. Contraflow bus lane. Explanation: there will also be markings on the road surface to indicate the bus lane. You mustn't use this lane for parking or overtaking. Question 31. What does a sign with a brown background show? Give one answer. A. Minor roads. B. Motorway routes. C. Primary roads. D. Tourist directions. The correct answer is D. Tourist directions. Explanation: signs with a brown background give directions to places of interest. They're often seen on a motorway, directing you along the easiest route to the attraction. Question 32. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Beware of trains. B. Beware of trams. C. Level crossing. D. Tourist attraction. The correct answer is D. Tourist attraction. Explanation: these signs indicate places of interest and are designed to guide you by the easiest route. They're particularly useful when you're unfamiliar with the area. Question 33. What are triangular signs for? Give one answer. A. To give directions. B. To give information. C. To give orders. D. To give warnings. The correct answer is D. To give warnings. Explanation: this type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign that you pass on the road, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way. B. No through road. C. T junction. D. Turn left ahead. The correct answer is C. T junction. Explanation: this type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign and road marking that you pass, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. This particular sign shows there's a T junction with priority over vehicles from the right. Question 35. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Multi-exit roundabout. B. Place of historical interest. C. Risk of ice. D. 6 roads converge. The correct answer is C. Risk of ice. Explanation: it will take up to 10 times longer to stop when it's icy. Where there's a risk of icy conditions, you need to be aware of this and take extra care. If you think the road may be icy, don't brake or steer harshly, as your tires could lose their grip on the road. Question 36. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Ahead only. B. Crossroads. C. Level crossing with gate. D. Level crossing without gate. The correct answer is B. Crossroads. Explanation: the priority through the junction is shown by the broader line. You need to be aware of the hazard posed by traffic crossing or pulling out onto a major road. Question 37. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Mini roundabout. B. No vehicles. C. Ring road. D. Roundabout. The correct answer is D. Roundabout. Explanation: as you approach a roundabout, look well ahead and check all signs. Decide which exit you wish to take and move into the correct position as you approach the roundabout, signaling as required. Question 38. What information would be shown in a triangular road sign? Give one answer. A. Ahead only. B. Keep left. C. Minimum speed. D. Road narrows. The correct answer is D. Road narrows. Explanation: warning signs are there to make you aware of potential hazards on the road ahead. Take note of the signs so you're prepared and can take whatever action is necessary. Question 39. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cycle in single file. B. Cycle route ahead. C. Cycles aren't allowed. D. Cyclists must dismount. The correct answer is B. Cycle route ahead. Explanation: where there's a cycle route ahead, a sign will show a bicycle in a red warning triangle. Watch out for children on bicycles and cyclists rejoining the main road. Question 40. Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking along the road? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: when you pass pedestrians in the road, leave plenty of room. You might have to use the right-hand side of the road, so look well ahead, as well as in your mirrors, before pulling out. Take great care if a bend in the road obscures your view ahead. Question 41. Which of these signs means there's a double bend ahead? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: triangular signs give you a warning of hazards ahead. They're there to give you time to prepare for the hazard, for example, by adjusting your speed. Question 42. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way to farm vehicles. B. Give way to trams. C. Wait at the barriers. D. Wait at the crossroads. The correct answer is B. Give way to trams. Explanation: obey the give way signs. Trams are unable to steer around you if you misjudge when it's safe to enter the junction. Question 43. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Entrance to tunnel. B. Hump bridge. C. Humps in the road. D. Soft verges. The correct answer is C. Humps in the road. Explanation: these humps have been put in place to slow the traffic down. They're usually found in residential areas. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Question 44. Which of these signs means the end of a dual carriageway? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: if you're overtaking, make sure you move back safely into the left-hand lane before you reach the end of the dual carriageway. Question 45. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of dual carriageway. B. End of narrow bridge. C. Road narrows. D. Tall bridge. The correct answer is A. End of dual carriageway. Explanation: don't wait until the last moment before moving into the left-hand lane. Plan ahead and don't rely on other traffic letting you in. Question 46. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Adverse camber. B. Airport. C. Road noise. D. Side winds. The correct answer is D. Side winds. Explanation: a warning sign with a picture of a windsock indicates that there may be strong side winds. This sign is often found on exposed roads. Question 47. What does this traffic sign mean? Give one answer. A. Danger ahead. B. Service area ahead. C. Slippery road ahead. D. Tires liable to punctures ahead. The correct answer is A. Danger ahead. Explanation: this sign is there to alert you to the likelihood of danger ahead. It may be accompanied by a plate indicating the type of hazard. Be ready to reduce your speed and take avoiding action. Question 48. You're about to overtake. What should you do when you see this sign? Give one answer. A. Hold back until you can see clearly ahead. B. Move to the right to get a better view. C. Overtake the other driver as quickly as possible. D. Switch your headlights on before overtaking. The correct answer is A. Hold back until you can see clearly ahead. Explanation: you won't be able to see any hazards that might be hidden in the dip. As well as oncoming traffic the dip may conceal: cyclists, horse riders, parked vehicles, pedestrians in the road. Question 49. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cattle grid ahead. B. Gated road ahead. C. Level crossing with gate or barrier. D. Level crossing without gate or barrier. The correct answer is C, level crossing with gate or barrier. Explanation: some crossings have gates but no attendant or signals. You should stop, look both ways, listen and make sure that no train is approaching. If there's a telephone, contact the signal operator to make sure it's safe to cross. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No trams ahead. B. Oncoming trams. C. Trams crossing ahead. D. Trams only. The correct answer is C, trams crossing ahead. Explanation: this sign tells you to beware of trams. If you don't usually drive in a town where there are trams, remember to look out for them at junctions and look for tram rails, signs and signals. Question 51. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Adverse camber. B. Steep hill downwards. C. Steep hill upwards. D. Uneven road. The correct answer is B, steep hill downwards. Explanation: this sign gives you an early warning that the road ahead will slope downhill. Prepare to alter your speed and gear. Looking at the sign from left to right will show you whether the road slopes uphill or downhill. Question 52. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bridge over the road. B. Road ahead ends. C. Uneven road surface. D. Water across the road. The correct answer is D, water across the road. Explanation: this sign is found where a shallow stream crosses the road. Heavy rainfall could increase the flow of water. If the water looks too deep or the stream has spread over a large distance, stop and find another route. Question 53. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No entry for traffic turning left. B. No through road on the left. C. Turn left for ferry terminal. D. Turn left for parking area. The correct answer is B, no through road on the left. Explanation: this sign shows you that you can't get through to another route by turning left at the junction ahead. Question 54. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No through road. B. T-junction. C. Telephone box ahead. D. Toilet ahead. The correct answer is A, no through road. Explanation: you won't be able to find a through route to another road. Use this road only for access. Question 55. Which is the sign for a ring road? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is C. Explanation: ring roads are designed to relieve congestion in towns and city centers. Question 56. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Right-hand lane for buses only. B. Right-hand lane for turning right. C. The right-hand lane ahead is narrow. D. The right-hand lane is closed. The correct answer is D, the right-hand lane is closed. Explanation: yellow and black temporary signs may be used to inform you about roadworks or lane restrictions. Look well ahead. If you have to change lanes, do so in good time. Question 57. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Change to the left lane. B. Contraflow system. C. Leave at the next exit. D. One-way street. The correct answer is B, contraflow system. Explanation: if you use the right-hand lane in a contraflow system, you'll be traveling with no permanent barrier between you and the oncoming traffic. Observe speed limits and keep a good distance from the vehicle ahead. Question 58. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. All lorries use the hard shoulder. B. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. C. Leave motorway at next exit. D. Rest area for lorries. The correct answer is B. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. Explanation: where there's a long, steep, uphill gradient on a motorway, a crawler lane may be provided. This helps the traffic to flow by diverting the slower heavy vehicles into a dedicated lane on the left. Question 59. What does a red traffic light mean? Give one answer. A. Proceed with care. B. Stop, if you're able to brake safely. C. You must stop and wait behind the stop line. D. You should stop unless turning left. The correct answer is C. You must stop and wait behind the stop line. Explanation: whatever light is showing, you should know which light is going to appear next and be able to take appropriate action. For example, when amber is showing on its own, you'll know that red will appear next. This should give you ample time to anticipate and respond safely. Question 60. At traffic lights, what does it mean when the amber light shows on its own? Give one answer. A. Go if no pedestrians are crossing. B. Go if the way is clear. C. Prepare to go. D. Stop at the stop line. The correct answer is D. Stop at the stop line. Explanation: when the amber light is showing on its own, the red light will follow next. The amber light means stop, unless you've already crossed the stop line or you're so close to it that stopping may cause a collision. Question 61. You're at a junction controlled by traffic lights. When shouldn't you proceed at green? Give one answer. A. When pedestrians are waiting to cross. B. When you intend to turn right. C. When you think the lights may be about to change. D. When your exit from the junction is blocked. The correct answer is D. When your exit from the junction is blocked. Explanation: as you approach the lights, look into the road you wish to take. Only proceed if your exit road is clear. If the road is blocked, hold back, even if you have to wait for the next green signal. Question 62. You're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights, waiting to turn left. At which of these traffic lights mustn't you move on? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: at some junctions, there may be separate signals for different lanes. These are called filter lights. They're designed to help traffic flow at major junctions. Make sure that you're in the correct lane and proceed if the way is clear and the green light shows for your lane. Question 63. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Amber signal out of order. B. New traffic lights ahead. C. Temporary traffic lights ahead. D. Traffic lights out of order. The correct answer is D. Traffic lights out of order. Explanation: you might see the sign where traffic lights are out of order, proceed with caution, as nobody has priority at the junction. Question 64. When traffic lights are out of order, who has priority? Give one answer. A. Nobody. B. Traffic going straight on. C. Traffic turning left. D. Traffic turning right. The correct answer is A. Nobody. Explanation: when traffic lights are out of order, you should treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be cautious, as you may need to give way or stop. Look for traffic attempting to cross the junction, unaware that it doesn't have priority. Question 65. These flashing red lights mean that you must stop. Where would you find them? Give one answer. A. Level crossings. B. Motorway exits. C. Pelican crossings. D. Zebra crossings. The correct answer is A. Level crossings. Explanation: these signals are found at level crossings, swing or lifting bridges, some airfields and emergency access sites. The flashing red lights mean stop whether or not the way seems to be clear. Question 66. What do these zigzag lines at pedestrian crossings mean? Give one answer. A. No parking at any time. B. Parking allowed only for a short time. C. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. D. Sounding horns isn't allowed. The correct answer is A. No parking at any time. Explanation: the approach to, and exit from, a pedestrian crossing is marked with zigzag lines. You mustn't park on them or overtake the leading vehicle when approaching the crossing. Parking here would block the view for pedestrians and approaching traffic. Question 67. When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? Give one answer. A. To pass a car signaling to turn left ahead. B. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. C. To pass a vehicle that's towing a trailer. D. To pass traffic that's queuing back at a junction. The correct answer is B. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. Explanation: you may cross the solid white line to pass a stationary vehicle or to pass a pedal cycle, horse, or road maintenance vehicle if it's traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. You may also cross the solid white line to enter a side road or access a property. Question 68. What does this road marking mean? Give one answer. A. Don't cross the line. B. No overtaking allowed. C. No stopping allowed. D. You're approaching a hazard. The correct answer is D. You're approaching a hazard. Explanation: road markings will warn you of a hazard ahead. A single broken line along the center of the road, with long markings and short gaps, is a hazard warning line. Don't cross it unless you can see that the road is clear well ahead. Question 69. Where would you see this road marking? Give one answer. A. At a box junction. B. At traffic lights. C. Near a level crossing. D. On road humps. The correct answer is D. On road humps. Explanation: because the road has a dark color, changes in level aren't easily seen. White triangles painted on the road surface give you an indication of where there are road humps. Question 70. Which of these is a hazard warning line? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: you need to know the difference between the normal center line and a hazard warning line. If there's a hazard ahead, the markings are longer and the gaps shorter. This gives you advance warning of an unspecified hazard. Question 71. At this junction, there's a stop sign and a solid white line on the road surface. Why is there a stop sign here? Give one answer. A. It's a busy junction. B. Speed on the major road is restricted. C. There are hazard warning lines in the center of the road. D. Visibility along the major road is restricted. The correct answer is D. Visibility along the major road is restricted. Explanation: if your view at a road junction is restricted, you must stop. There may also be a stop sign. Don't emerge until you're sure no traffic is approaching. If you don't know, don't go. Question 72. You see this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. Give way to traffic from the right. B. Stop at the line. C. Traffic from the left has right of way. D. You have right of way. The correct answer is A. Give way to traffic from the right. Explanation: slow down as you approach the roundabout and check for traffic from the right. If you need to stop and give way, stay behind the broken line until it's safe to emerge onto the roundabout. Question 73. How will a police officer in a patrol vehicle normally get you to stop? Give one answer. A. Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. B. Pull alongside you, use the siren and wave you to stop. C. Use the siren, overtake, cut in front and stop. D. Wait until you stop, then approach you. The correct answer is A. Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. Explanation: you must obey signals given by the police. If a police officer in a patrol vehicle wants you to pull over, they'll indicate this without causing danger to you or other traffic. Question 74. You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights aren't working. What should you do when a police officer gives the signal? Give one answer. A. Continue ahead only. B. Stop at the stop line. C. Turn left only. D. Turn right only. The correct answer is B. Stop at the stop line. Explanation: when a police officer or traffic warden is directing traffic, you must obey them. They'll use the arm signals shown in the highway code. Learn what these signals mean and obey them. Question 75. The driver of the car in front is giving this arm signal. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. The driver intends to turn left. B. The driver intends to turn right. C. The driver is slowing down. D. The driver wishes to overtake. The correct answer is A. The driver intends to turn left. Explanation: there might be an occasion where another driver uses an arm signal. This may be because the vehicle's indicators are obscured by other traffic. In order for such signals to be effective, all drivers should know their meaning. Be aware that the left turn signal might look similar to the slowing down signal. Question 76. Where would you see these road markings? Give one answer. A. At a level crossing. B. At a pedestrian crossing. C. On a motorway slip road. D. On a single track road. The correct answer is C. On a motorway slip road. Explanation: when driving on a motorway or slip road, you mustn't enter an area marked with chevrons and bordered by a solid white line for any reason, except in an emergency. Question 77. What does this motorway sign mean? Give one answer. A. Change to the lane on your left. B. Change to the opposite carriageway. C. Leave the motorway at the next exit. D. Pull up on the hard shoulder. The correct answer is A. Change to the lane on your left. Explanation: on the motorway, signs sometimes show temporary warnings due to traffic or weather conditions. They may be used to indicate lane closures, temporary speed limits, weather warnings. Question 78. What does this motorway sign mean? Give one answer. A. No services for 50 miles. B. Obstruction 50 meters, 164 feet, ahead. C. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. D. Temporary minimum speed 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Explanation: look out for signs above your lane or on the central reservation. These will give you important information or warnings about the road ahead. To allow for the high speed of motorway traffic, these signs may light up some distance from any hazard. Don't ignore the signs just because the road looks clear to you. Question 79. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. 11-ton weight limit. B. Right-hand lane T junction only. C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. D. Through traffic to use left lane. The correct answer is C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. Explanation: you should change lanes as directed by the sign. Here, the right-hand lane is closed but the left-hand and center lanes are available. Merging in turn is recommended when it's safe and traffic is going slowly, for example, at roadworks or a road traffic incident. When vehicles are traveling at speed, this isn't advisable and you should move into the appropriate lane in good time. Question 80. What does 25 mean on this motorway sign? Give one answer. A. The distance to the nearest town. B. The number of the next junction. C. The route number of the road. D. The speed limit on the slip road. The correct answer is B. The number of the next junction. Explanation: before you set out on your journey, use a road map to plan your route. When you see an advance warning of your junction, make sure you get into the correct lane in plenty of time. Last-minute harsh braking and cutting across lanes at speed is extremely hazardous. Question 81. How should the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway be used? Give one answer. A. As a high-speed lane. B. As a right turn lane. C. As an acceleration lane. D. As an overtaking lane. The correct answer is D. As an overtaking lane. Explanation: you should stay in the left-hand lane of a motorway unless you're overtaking another vehicle. The right-hand lane of a motorway is an overtaking lane, it isn't the fast lane. After overtaking, move back to the left when it's safe to do so. Question 82. Where can you find reflective amber studs on a motorway? Give one answer. A. On the left-hand edge of the road. B. On the right-hand edge of the road. C. Separating the lanes. D. Separating the slip road from the motorway. The correct answer is B. On the right-hand edge of the road. Explanation: at night or in poor visibility, reflective studs on the road help you to judge your position on the carriageway. Question 83. Where on a motorway would you find green reflective studs? Give one answer. A. At slip road entrances and exits. B. Between the carriageway and the central reservation. C. Between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. D. Separating driving lanes. The correct answer is A. At slip road entrances and exits. Explanation: knowing the colors of the reflective studs on the road will help you judge your position, especially at night, in foggy conditions or when visibility is poor. Question 84. What should you do when you see the sign as you travel along a motorway? Give one answer. A. Change lane. B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. C. Move onto the hard shoulder. D. Turn left immediately. The correct answer is B, leave the motorway at the next exit. Explanation, you'll see the sign if the motorway is closed ahead. Pull into the left-hand lane as soon as it's safe to do so. Don't wait until the last moment before you move across, because the lane may be busy and you'll have to rely on another driver making room for you. Question 85. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of bus lane. B. End of motorway. C. No motor vehicles. D. No through road. The correct answer is B, end of motorway. Explanation, when you leave the motorway, make sure that you check your speedometer. You may be going faster than you realize. Slow down and look for speed limit signs. Question 86. Which of these signs means that the national speed limit applies? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Explanation, you should know the speed limit, for the road on which you're traveling and the vehicle that you're driving. The different speed limits are shown in the highway code. Question 87. What's the maximum speed on a single carriageway road? Give one answer. A. 40 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour. C. 60 miles per hour. D. 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is C, 60 miles per hour. Explanation, if you're traveling on a dual carriageway that becomes a single carriageway road, reduce your speed gradually so that you aren't exceeding the limit as you enter. There might not be a sign to remind you of the limit, so make sure you know the speed limits for different types of road and vehicle. Question 88. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of motorway. B. End of restriction. C. Free recovery ends. D. Lane ends ahead. The correct answer is B, end of restriction. Explanation, temporary restrictions on motorways are shown on signs that have flashing amber lights. At the end of the restriction, you'll see the sign without any flashing lights. Question 89. What does this sign indicate? Give one answer. A. A cycle route. B. A diversion route. C. A pedestrian zone. D. A picnic area. The correct answer is B, a diversion route. Explanation, when a diversion route has been put in place, drivers are advised to follow a symbol, which may be a black triangle, square, circle or diamond shape on a yellow background. Question 90. What does this temporary sign indicate? Give one answer. A. A mandatory speed limit change ahead. B. A variable speed limit ahead. C. An advisory change of speed limit ahead. D. The speed limit change at the end of the motorway. The correct answer is A, a mandatory speed limit change ahead. Explanation, in the interests of road safety, temporary mandatory speed limits are imposed at all major roadworks. Signs like this, giving advance warning of the speed limit, are normally placed about 3/4 of a mile ahead of where the speed limit comes into force. Question 91. What does this traffic sign mean? Give one answer. A. Advised separation distance. B. Advisory maximum speed limit. C. Compulsory maximum speed limit. D. Compulsory minimum speed limit. The correct answer is C, compulsory maximum speed limit. Explanation, the sign gives you an early warning of a speed restriction. If you're traveling at a higher speed, slow down in good time. You could come across queuing traffic due to roadworks or a temporary obstruction. Question 92. What should you do when you see the sign at a crossroads? Give one answer. A. Carry on with great care. B. Find another route. C. Maintain the same speed. D. Telephone the police. The correct answer is A. Carry on with great care. Explanation: when traffic lights are out of order, treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be very careful and be prepared to stop, no one has priority. Question 93. You're signaling to turn right in busy traffic. How would you confirm your intention safely? Give one answer. A. Flash your headlights. B. Give an arm signal. C. Position over the center line. D. Sound the horn. The correct answer is B. Give an arm signal. Explanation: in some situations, you may feel your indicators can't be seen by other road users. If you think you need to make your intention more obvious, give the arm signal shown in the highway code. Question 94. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cars only. B. Motorcycles only. C. No cars. D. No motorcycles. The correct answer is D. No motorcycles. Explanation: you must comply with all traffic signs and be especially aware of those signs that apply specifically to the type of vehicle you're using. Question 95. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see the sign on the lorry? Give one answer. A. Leave the motorway at the next exit. B. Move into the right-hand lane. C. Pass the lorry on the left. D. Stop behind the flashing lights. The correct answer is C. Pass the lorry on the left. Explanation: sometimes work is carried out on the motorway without closing the lanes. When this happens, signs are mounted on the back of lorries to warn other road users of the roadworks ahead. Question 96. You're on a motorway. Red flashing lights appear above your lane only. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Continue in that lane and look for further information. B. Move into another lane in good time. C. Pull onto the hard shoulder. D. Stop and wait for an instruction to proceed. The correct answer is B. Move into another lane in good time. Explanation: flashing red lights above your lane show that your lane is closed. You should move into another lane as soon as you can do so safely. Question 97. When may you sound the horn? Give one answer. A. To attract a friend's attention. B. To give you right of way. C. To make slower drivers move over. D. To warn others of your presence. The correct answer is D. To warn others of your presence. Explanation: never sound the horn aggressively. You mustn't sound it when driving in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m., or when you're stationary, unless another road user poses a danger. Don't scare animals by sounding your horn. Question 98. Your vehicle is stationary. When may you use its horn? Give one answer. A. When another road user poses a danger. B. When it's used only briefly. C. When signaling that you've just arrived. D. When the road is blocked by queuing traffic. The correct answer is A. When another road user poses a danger. Explanation: when your vehicle is stationary, only sound the horn if you think there's a risk of danger from another road user. Don't use it just to attract someone's attention. This causes unnecessary noise and could be misleading. Question 99. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of the urban clearway restrictions. B. No parking at all from Monday to Friday. C. No parking on the days and times shown. D. You can park on the days and times shown. The correct answer is C. No parking on the days and times shown. Explanation: urban clearways are provided to keep traffic flowing at busy times. You may stop only briefly to set down or pick up passengers. Times of operation will vary from place to place, so always check the signs. Question 100. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Quayside or river bank. B. Road liable to flooding. C. Steep hill downwards. D. Uneven road surface. The correct answer is A. Quayside or river bank. Explanation: you should be careful in these locations, as the road surface is likely to be wet and slippery. There may be a steep drop to the water, and there may not be a barrier along the edge of the road. Question 101. What does this white line along the center of the road mean? Give one answer. A. Bus lane marking. B. Give-way warning. C. Hazard warning. D. Lane marking. The correct answer is C. Hazard warning. Explanation: the center of the road is usually marked by a broken white line, with lines that are shorter than the gaps. When the lines become longer than the gaps, this is a hazard warning line. Look well ahead for these, especially when you're planning to overtake or turn off. Question 102. What's the reason for the yellow crisscross lines painted on the road here? Give one answer. A. To mark out an area for trams only. B. To mark the entrance lane to a car park. C. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. D. To warn you of the tram lines crossing the road. The correct answer is C. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. Explanation: yellow box junctions like this are often used where it's busy. Their purpose is to keep the junction clear for crossing traffic. Don't enter the painted area unless your exit is clear. The one exception is when you're turning right and are only prevented from doing so by oncoming traffic or by other vehicles waiting to turn right. Question 103. What's the reason for the area marked in red and white along the center of this road? Give one answer. A. It marks an area to be used by overtaking motorcyclists. B. It separates the two sides of the dual carriageway. C. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. D. It's a temporary marking to warn of the roadworks. The correct answer is C. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. Explanation: areas of hatched markings such as these separate traffic streams that could be a danger to each other. They're often seen on bends or where the road becomes narrow. If the area is bordered by a solid white line, you mustn't enter it except in an emergency. Question 104. Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. In which situation are they allowed to do this? Give one answer. A. To let you know there's a fault with your vehicle. B. To show that they're giving way to you. C. To warn of a radar speed trap ahead. D. To warn you of their presence. The correct answer is D. To warn you of their presence. Explanation: if other drivers flash their headlights, this isn't a signal to show priority. The flashing of headlights has the same meaning as sounding the horn, it's a warning of their presence. Question 105. What speed limit is often found in narrow residential streets? Give one answer. A. 20 miles per hour. B. 25 miles per hour. C. 35 miles per hour. D. 40 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 20 miles per hour. Explanation: in some built-up areas, you may find the speed limit reduced to 20 miles per hour. Driving at a slower speed will help give you the time and space to see and deal safely with hazards such as pedestrians and other vulnerable road users. Question 106. What does this signal mean? Give one answer. A. Both trams and cars can continue. B. Both trams and cars must stop. C. Cars must stop. D. Trams must stop. The correct answer is D. Trams must stop. Explanation: the white light shows that trams must stop. The green light shows that other vehicles can go if the way is clear. Trams are being introduced into more cities, so you're likely to come across them and you should learn which signs apply to them. Question 107. Where would you find these road markings? Give one answer. A. At a mini roundabout. B. At a railway crossing. C. On a motorway. D. On a pedestrian crossing. The correct answer is A. At a mini roundabout. Explanation: these markings show the direction in which the traffic should go at a mini roundabout. Question 108. A police car is following you. The police officer flashes the headlights and points to the left. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Move over to the left. B. Pull up on the left. C. Stop immediately. D. Turn left at the next junction. The correct answer is B. Pull up on the left. Explanation: you must pull up on the left as soon as it's safe to do so and switch off your engine. Question 109. You see this amber traffic light ahead. Which light, or lights, will come on next? Give one answer. A. Green alone. B. Green and amber together. C. Red alone. D. Red and amber together. The correct answer is C. Red alone. Explanation: at junctions controlled by traffic lights, you must stop behind the white line until the lights change to green. A red light, an amber light, and red and amber lights showing together all mean stop. You may proceed when the light is green unless your exit road is blocked or pedestrians are crossing in front of you. If you're approaching traffic lights that are visible from a distance and the light has been green for some time, be ready to slow down and stop, because the lights are likely to change. Question 110. You see the signal overhead on the motorway. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. All vehicles use the hard shoulder. B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. C. Sharp bend to the left ahead. D. Stop, all lanes ahead closed. The correct answer is B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. Explanation: you'll see this sign if there has been an incident ahead and the motorway is closed. You must obey the sign. Make sure that you prepare to leave in good time. Don't cause drivers to take avoiding action by cutting in at the last moment. Question 111. What must you do when you see this sign? Give one answer. A. Stop even if the road is clear. B. Stop only if a red light is showing. C. Stop only if children are waiting to cross. D. Stop only if traffic is approaching. The correct answer is A. Stop even if the road is clear. Explanation: Stop signs are situated at junctions where visibility is restricted or where there's heavy traffic. They must be obeyed, you must stop. Take good all-round observation before moving off. Question 112. Which shape is used for a give way sign? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is D. Explanation: other warning signs are the same shape and color, but the give way triangle points downwards. When you see this sign, you must give way to traffic on the road that you're about to enter. Question 113. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Buses turning. B. Keep right. C. Many roundabout. D. Ring road. The correct answer is C. Many roundabout. Explanation: when you see this sign, look out for any direction signs and judge whether you need to signal your intentions. Do this in good time so that other road users approaching the roundabout know what you're planning to do. Question 114. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. B. Two-way traffic crosses a two-way road. C. Two-way traffic over a bridge. D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. The correct answer is A. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Explanation: be prepared for traffic approaching from junctions on either side of you. Try to avoid unnecessary changing of lanes just before the junction. Question 115. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Motorway contraflow system ahead. B. Traffic approaching, you has priority. C. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. The correct answer is D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. Explanation: this sign may be at the end of a dual carriageway or a one-way street. It's there to warn you of oncoming traffic. Question 116. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Hump bridge. B. Low bridge. C. Traffic calming hump. D. Uneven road. The correct answer is A. Hump bridge. Explanation: you'll need to slow down. At hump bridges, your view ahead will be restricted and the road will often be narrow. If the bridge is very steep, sound your horn to warn others of your approach. Going over the bridge too fast is highly dangerous to other road users and could even cause your wheels to leave the road, with the resulting loss of control. Question 117. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Direction to bus and coach park. B. Direction to park and ride car park. C. No parking for buses or coaches. D. Parking area for cars and coaches. The correct answer is B. Direction to park and ride car park. Explanation: to ease the congestion in town centers, some cities and towns provide park and ride schemes. These allow you to park in a designated area and ride by bus into the center. Park and ride schemes are usually cheaper and easier than car parking in the town center. Question 118. What should you do when approaching traffic lights where red and amber are showing together? Give one answer. A. Pass the lights if the road is clear. B. Stop because the lights are changing to red. C. Take care because there's a fault with the lights. D. Wait for the green light. The correct answer is D. Wait for the green light. Explanation: be aware that other traffic might still be clearing the junction as you approach. A green light means you may go on, but only if the way is clear. Question 119. Where does this marking normally appear on a road? Give one answer. A. Just before a give way sign. B. Just before a no entry sign. C. Just before a no through road sign. D. Just before a stop sign. The correct answer is A. Just before a give way sign. Explanation: this road marking means you should give way to traffic on the main road. It might not be used at junctions where there isn't much traffic. However, if there's a double broken line across the junction, the give way rules still apply. Question 120. At a railway level crossing, the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone by. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Alert drivers behind you. B. Phone the signal operator. C. Proceed with caution. D. Wait. The correct answer is D. Wait. Explanation: you must always obey red flashing stop lights. If a train passes but the lights continue to flash, another train will be passing soon. Cross only when the lights go off and the barriers open. Question 121. You're in a tunnel and you see the sign. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. Beware of pedestrians crossing ahead. B. Beware of pedestrians, no footpath ahead. C. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. D. No access for pedestrians. The correct answer is C. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. Explanation: if you have to leave your vehicle and get out of a tunnel by an emergency exit, do so as quickly as you can. Follow the signs directing you to the nearest exit point. If there are several people using the exit, don't panic but try to leave in a calm and orderly manner. Question 122. Which of these signs shows that you're entering a one-way system? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: if the road has two lanes, you can use either lane and overtake on either side. Use the lane that's more convenient for your destination unless signs or road markings indicate otherwise. Question 123. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Contraflow bus and cycle lane. B. No buses and cycles allowed. C. No waiting for buses and cycles. D. With flow bus and cycle lane. The correct answer is D. With flow bus and cycle lane. Explanation: buses and cycles can travel in this lane. In this example, they'll flow in the same direction as other traffic. If it's busy, they may be passing you on the left, so watch out for them. Times on the sign will show the lane's hours of operation. If no times are shown, or there's no sign at all, this means the lane is in operation 24 hours a day. In some areas, other vehicles, such as taxis and motorcycles, are allowed to use bus lanes. The sign will show if this is the case. Question 124. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No pedestrians allowed. B. Pedestrian zone, no vehicles. C. School crossing patrol. D. Zebra crossing ahead. The correct answer is D. Zebra crossing ahead. Explanation: look well ahead and be ready to stop for any pedestrians crossing, or about to cross the road. Also check the pavements for anyone who looks like they might step or run into the road. Question 125. Which arm signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: there may be occasions when drivers need to give an arm signal to confirm their intentions. This could include in bright sunshine, at a complex road layout, when stopping at a pedestrian crossing, or when turning right just after passing a parked vehicle. You should understand what each arm signal means. If you give arm signals, make them clear, correct and decisive. Question 126. Which of these signs means turn left ahead? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: blue circles tell you what you must do and the sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 127. You're approaching a red traffic light. What will the signal show next? Give one answer. A, amber alone. B, green alone. C, green and amber. D, red and amber. The correct answer is D, red and amber. Explanation: if you know which light is going to show next, you can plan your approach accordingly. This can help prevent excessive braking or hesitation at the junction. Question 128. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A, ancient monument ahead. B, low bridge ahead. C, traffic danger spot ahead. D, tunnel ahead. The correct answer is D, tunnel ahead. Explanation: when approaching a tunnel, switch on your dipped headlights. Be aware that your eyes might need to adjust to the sudden darkness. You may need to reduce your speed. Question 129. You're approaching a zebra crossing where pedestrians are waiting. Which arm signal might you give? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: a slowing down signal will indicate your intentions to oncoming and following vehicles. Be aware that pedestrians might start to cross as soon as they see the signal. Question 130. What does the white line along the side of the road indicate? Give one answer. A, no overtaking. B, no parking. C, the approach to a hazard. D, the edge of the carriageway. The correct answer is D, the edge of the carriageway. Explanation: a continuous white line is used on many roads to indicate the edge of the carriageway. This can be useful when visibility is restricted. The line is discontinued at junctions, laybys, and entrances to or exits from private drives. Question 131. What does this white arrow on the road ahead mean? Give one answer. A, all vehicles turn left. B, entrance on the left. C, keep left of the hatched markings. D, road bends to the left. The correct answer is C, keep left of the hatched markings. Explanation: don't attempt to overtake here, as there might be unseen hazards over the brow of the hill. Keep to the left. Question 132. How should you give an arm signal to turn left? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Explanation: there may be occasions when other road users are unable to see your indicator, such as in bright sunlight or at a busy complicated junction. In these cases, an arm signal will help others to understand your intentions. Question 133. You're waiting at a T-junction. A vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing. What should you do? Give one answer. A, move out and accelerate hard. B, move out slowly. C. Pull out before the vehicle reaches the junction. D. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. The correct answer is D. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. Explanation: other road users may give misleading signals. When you're waiting at a junction, don't emerge until you're sure of their intentions. Question 134. When may you use hazard warning lights while you're driving? Give one answer. A. Instead of sounding the horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. B. On a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, to warn of a hazard ahead. C. On rural routes, after a sign warning of animals. D. On the approach to toucan crossings where cyclists are waiting to cross. The correct answer is B. On a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, to warn of a hazard ahead. Explanation: when there's queuing traffic ahead and you have to slow down or even stop, briefly showing your hazard warning lights will help alert following traffic to the hazard. Question 135. When can you park on these markings outside a school? Give one answer. A. Not under any circumstances. B. When there's nowhere else available. C. When you're dropping off children. D. When you're picking up children. The correct answer is A. Not under any circumstances. Explanation: you shouldn't stop on yellow zigzag lines outside schools, not even to set down or pick up children or other passengers. This is to make sure passing drivers and pedestrians have an unobstructed view. Question 136. Why should you make sure that your indicators are cancelled after turning? Give one answer. A. To avoid damage to the indicator relay. B. To avoid dazzling other road users. C. To avoid flattening the battery. D. To avoid misleading other road users. The correct answer is D. To avoid misleading other road users. Explanation: leaving your indicators on could confuse other road users and may even lead to a crash. Be aware that if you haven't taken a sharp turn, your indicators may not self-cancel and you'll need to turn them off manually. Question 137. You're driving in busy traffic. You want to pull up on the left just after a junction on the left. When should you signal? Give one answer. A. As you're passing or just after the junction. B. It would be better not to signal at all. C. Just before you reach the junction. D. Well before you reach the junction. The correct answer is A. As you're passing or just after the junction. Explanation: you need to signal to let other drivers know your intentions. However, if you indicate too early, they may think you're turning left into the junction. Correct timing of the signal is very important to avoid misleading others. Part 8.
Question 1. What's the minimum time gap you should leave when following a vehicle on a wet road? Give one answer. A. 4 seconds. B. 1 second. C. 3 seconds. D. 2 seconds. The correct answer is A. 4 seconds. Question 2. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of maximum speed. B. End of minimum speed. C. Maximum speed, 30 miles per hour. D. Minimum speed, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is B. End of minimum speed. Question 3. What should you do if you want to overtake a tractor, but aren't sure that it's safe? Give one answer. A. Follow another vehicle as it overtakes the tractor. B. Sound your horn to make the tractor driver pull over. C. Speed past, flashing your lights at oncoming traffic. D. Stay behind it, if you're in any doubt. The correct answer is D. Stay behind it, if you're in any doubt. Question 4. Which sign means, no motor vehicles allowed? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is B. Question 5. What messages are given by circular traffic signs that have a blue background? Give one answer. A. They give directions to car parks. B. They give mandatory instructions. C. They give motorway information. D. They give temporary directions during a diversion. The correct answer is B. They give mandatory instructions. Question 6. What does a sign with a brown background show? Give one answer. A. Minor roads. B. Motorway routes. C. Primary roads. D. Tourist directions. The correct answer is D. Tourist directions. Question 7. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Mini roundabout. B. No vehicles. C. Ring road. D. Roundabout. The correct answer is D. Roundabout. Question 8. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No entry, for traffic turning left. B. No through road, on the left. C. Turn left for ferry terminal. D. Turn left for parking area. The correct answer is B. No through road, on the left. Question 9. You see these double white lines along the center of the road, when may you park on the left? Give one answer. A. During daylight hours only. B. If the line nearest to you is broken. C. To pick up or set down passengers. D. When there are no yellow lines. The correct answer is C. To pick up or set down passengers. Question 10. Do you need to plan rest stops when you're planning a long journey? Give one answer. A. No, only fuel stops will be needed. B. No, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. D. Yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour. The correct answer is C. Yes, regular stops help concentration. Question 11. How should you position yourself when you use the emergency telephone on a motorway? Give one answer. A. Face the oncoming traffic. B. Keep your back to the traffic. C. Stand on the hard shoulder. D. Stay close to the carriageway. The correct answer is A. Face the oncoming traffic. Question 12. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cars only. B. Motorcycles only. C. No cars. D. No motorcycles. The correct answer is D. No motorcycles. Question 13. You're on a motorway, a lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? Give one answer. A. Leave the motorway at the next exit. B. Move into the right-hand lane. C. Pass the lorry on the left. D. Stop behind the flashing lights. The correct answer is C. Pass the lorry on the left. Question 14. When would you use the right-hand lane of a two-lane dual carriageway? Give one answer. A. When you're driving at a constant high speed. B. When you're passing a side road on the left. C. When you're staying at the minimum allowed speed. D. When you're turning right or overtaking. The correct answer is D. When you're turning right or overtaking. Question 15. Which sign means you have priority over oncoming vehicles? Give one answer. A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Question 16. Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. What's the official meaning of this signal? Give one answer. A. There's a fault with your vehicle. B. There's a radar speed trap ahead. C. They're giving way to you. D. They're warning you of their presence. The correct answer is D. They're warning you of their presence. Question 17. What will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? Give one answer. A. The exhaust emissions. B. The fuel consumption. C. The suspension. D. The tire grip. The correct answer is D. The tire grip. Question 18. What's the main hazard you should be aware of when following this cyclist? Give one answer. A. The cyclist may get off and push their bicycle. B. The cyclist may move to the left and dismount. C. The cyclist may swerve into the road. D. The cyclist may wish to turn right at the end of the road. The correct answer is C. The cyclist may swerve into the road. Question 19. What's the purpose of these road markings? Give one answer. A. To enable parents to pick up or drop off children safely. B. To enable teachers to have clear access to the school. C. To ensure children can see and be seen when they're crossing the road. D. To ensure delivery vehicles have easy access to the school. The correct answer is C. To ensure children can see and be seen when they're crossing the road. Question 20. Which vehicles are least likely to be affected by side wind? Give one answer. A. Cars. B. Cyclists. C. High-sided vehicles. D. Motorcyclists. The correct answer is A. Cars. Question 21. The road is wet. Why would a motorcyclist steer around drain covers while they were cornering? Give one answer. A. To avoid puncturing the tires on the edge of the drain covers. B. To avoid splashing pedestrians on the pavement. C. To help judge the bend using the drain covers as marker points. D. To prevent the motorcycle sliding on the metal drain covers. The correct answer is D. To prevent the motorcycle sliding on the metal drain covers. Question 22. An injured motorcyclist is lying unconscious in the road. The traffic has stopped and there's no further danger. What could you do to help? Give one answer. A. Move the person off the road. B. Remove their leather jacket. C. Remove their safety helmet. D. Seek medical assistance. The correct answer is D. Seek medical assistance. Question 23. You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. No other vehicle is involved. The rider is unconscious and lying in the middle of the road. What's the first thing you should do at the scene? Give one answer. A. Clear the road of debris. B. Give the rider reassurance. C. Move the rider out of the road. D. Warn other traffic. The correct answer is D. Warn other traffic. Question 24. At an incident, how could you help a small child who isn't breathing? Give one answer. A. Find their parents and explain what's happening. B. Open their airway and begin CPR. C. Put them in the recovery position and slap their back. D. Talk to them confidently until an ambulance arrives. The correct answer is B. Open their airway and begin CPR. Question 25. At an incident, a casualty isn't breathing. What should you do while helping them to start breathing again? Give one answer. A. Open their airway. B. Put their arms across their chest. C. Roll them onto their side. D. Shake them firmly. The correct answer is A. Open their airway. Question 26. You're on a long motorway journey. What should you do if you start to feel sleepy? Give one answer. A. Drive faster to complete your journey sooner. B. Leave the motorway and stop in a safe place. C. Play some loud music. D. Stop on the hard shoulder for a rest. The correct answer is B. Leave the motorway and stop in a safe place. Question 27. How can you avoid wheel spin when you're driving on an icy road? Give one answer. A. Brake gently and repeatedly. B. Drive at a slow speed, in the highest gear possible. C. Drive in a low gear at all times. D. Use the parking brake if the wheels start to slip. The correct answer is B. Drive at a slow speed in the highest gear possible. Question 28. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? Give one answer. A. Check for bicycles on your left. B. Check your right mirror. C. Move out to the right. D. Move up closer to the car ahead. The correct answer is A. Check for bicycles on your left. Question 29. What should you do if you become tired while you're driving on a motorway? Give one answer. A. Close all your windows and set the heating to warm. B. Increase your speed and turn up the radio volume. C. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. D. Pull up on the hard shoulder and change drivers. The correct answer is C. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. Question 30. What can you do to help prevent tiredness on a long journey? Give one answer. A. Complete the journey without stopping. B. Eat a large meal before driving. C. Play loud music in the car. D. Take regular refreshment breaks. The correct answer is D. Take regular refreshment breaks. Question 31. You're driving at night. What should you do if you're dazzled by headlights coming towards you? Give one answer. A. Flash your main beam headlights. B. Pull down your sun visor. C. Shade your eyes with your hand. D. Slow down or stop. The correct answer is D. Slow down or stop. Question 32. What's the speed limit for a car towing a caravan on a dual carriageway? Give one answer. A. 40 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour. C. 60 miles per hour. D. 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. 60 miles per hour. Question 33. You're driving on a busy main road. What should you do if you find that you're driving in the wrong direction? Give one answer. A. Make a 3-point turn in the main road. B. Make a U-turn in the main road. C. Turn around in a side road. D. Turn into a side road on the right and reverse into the main road. The correct answer is C. Turn around in a side road. Question 34. You've broken down on a two-way road. You have a warning triangle. At least how far from your vehicle should you place the warning triangle? Give one answer. A. 100 meters, 328 feet. B. 25 meters, 82 feet. C. 45 meters, 147 feet. D. 5 meters, 16 feet. The correct answer is C. 45 meters, 147 feet. Question 35. Your car breaks down on a level crossing. What's the first thing you should do? Give one answer. A. Leave your vehicle and get everyone clear. B. Stay in your car until you're told to move. C. Tell drivers behind what's happened. D. Walk down the track and signal the next train. The correct answer is A. Leave your vehicle and get everyone clear. Question 36. How can you avoid wasting fuel? Give one answer. A. By driving at higher speeds, where possible. B. By having your vehicle serviced regularly. C. By keeping an empty roof rack on your vehicle. D. By revving the engine in the lower gears. The correct answer is B. By having your vehicle serviced regularly. Question 37. You're driving on a one-way street. What should you do if you realize you've taken the wrong route? Give one answer. A. Continue and find another route. B. Reverse into a driveway. C. Reverse out of the road. D. Turn around in a side road. The correct answer is A. Continue and find another route. Question 38. Your vehicle has broken down on a motorway. What should you do if you aren't able to get onto the hard shoulder? Give one answer. A. Attempt to repair your vehicle quickly. B. Stand behind your vehicle to warn others. C. Stop the traffic behind and ask for help. D. Switch on your hazard warning lights. The correct answer is D. Switch on your hazard warning lights. Question 39. Who's responsible for paying the vehicle tax? Give one answer. A. The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA. B. The car dealer. C. The driver of the vehicle. D. The registered keeper of the vehicle. The correct answer is D. The registered keeper of the vehicle. Question 40. What circumstances require you to notify the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA? Give one answer. A. When you have to work abroad. B. When you lend your vehicle to someone. C. When your health affects your driving. D. When your vehicle needs an MOT certificate. The correct answer is C. When your health affects your driving. Question 41. Why are vehicles fitted with rear fog lights? Give one answer. A. To make them more visible in thick fog. B. To make them more visible when driving at high speed. C. To show when they've broken down in a dangerous position. D. To warn drivers following closely to drop back. The correct answer is A. To make them more visible in thick fog. Question 42. Why should you try and park in a secure car park? Give one answer. A. It doesn't cost anything to park here. B. It helps deter thieves. C. It makes it easy to find your car. D. It stops the car being exposed to bad weather. The correct answer is B. It helps deter thieves. Question 43. Other than direction indicators, how can you give signals to other road users? Give one answer. A. By using brake lights. B. By using fog lights. C. By using interior lights. D. By using side lights. The correct answer is A. By using brake lights. Question 44. How can you help to prevent your car radio being stolen? Give one answer. A. Install a security-coded radio. B. Leave the radio turned on. C. Park in an unlit area. D. Park near a busy junction. The correct answer is A. Install a security-coded radio. Question 45. You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? Give one answer. A. A 2-second time gap. B. 1 car length. C. 2 car lengths. D. 2 meters, 6 feet, 6 inches. The correct answer is A. A 2-second time gap. Question 46. Why is it dangerous to leave rear fog lights switched on after the fog has cleared? Give one answer. A. Direction indicators may not work properly. B. Electrical systems could be overloaded. C. The bulbs would fail. D. They may be confused with brake lights. The correct answer is D. They may be confused with brake lights. Question 47. Where should you park your vehicle at night? Give one answer. A. In a quiet road. B. In a well-lit area. C. Near a police station. D. On a red route. The correct answer is B. In a well-lit area. Question 48. When are you allowed to park in a parking bay for disabled drivers? Give one answer. A. When you have a blue badge. B. When you have a wheelchair. C. When you have an adapted vehicle. D. When you have an advanced driver certificate. The correct answer is A. When you have a blue badge. Question 49. What should you do first if your vehicle has broken down on an automatic railway level crossing? Give one answer. A. Get everyone out of the vehicle and clear of the crossing. B. Telephone your vehicle recovery service to move it. C. Try to push the vehicle clear of the crossing as soon as possible. D. Walk along the track to give warning to any approaching trains. The correct answer is A. Get everyone out of the vehicle and clear of the crossing. Question 50. What should you do when you're overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? Give one answer. A. Pass closely. B. Pass immediately. C. Pass very slowly. D. Pass widely. The correct answer is D. Pass widely.
Part 9.
Question 1. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No overtaking. B. No motor vehicles. C. All motor vehicles prohibited. D. Only for motor vehicles. The correct answer is A. No overtaking. Explanation. This sign instructs drivers that overtaking is not permitted. Question 2. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Barrier ahead. B. Roundabout. C. Crossroads. D. Railway crossing ahead. The correct answer is C. Crossroads. Explanation. The priority through the junction is shown by the broader line. You need to be aware of the hazard posed by traffic crossing or pulling out onto a major road. Question 3. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give priority to oncoming traffic. B. No overtaking allowed. C. One-way traffic only. D. Two-way traffic. The correct answer is A. Give priority to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Priority signs are normally shown where the road is narrow and there isn't enough room for two vehicles to pass. Examples are narrow bridges, roadworks, and where there's a width restriction. Make sure you know who has priority. Don't force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Question 4. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No vehicles. B. Cautionary. C. Informatory. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. No vehicles. Explanation. All vehicles, other than pedal cycles that are being pushed by pedestrians, are prohibited from using this route. Question 5. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Clearway, no stopping. B. National speed limit applies. C. Waiting permitted. D. Waiting restrictions apply. The correct answer is D. Waiting restrictions apply. Explanation. There will be a plate or additional sign to tell you when the restrictions apply. Question 6. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Slippery road. B. Loose gravel. C. Staggered. D. Rough road. The correct answer is A. Slippery road. Explanation. The road ahead is slippery, and there is a risk of skidding. Question 7. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Horse-drawn vehicles prohibited. B. Limit width. C. Limit load. D. Height limit. The correct answer is A. Horse-drawn vehicles prohibited. Explanation. All horse-drawn vehicles are not permitted to travel on this road. Question 8. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Left turn prohibited. B. Right turn prohibited. C. U-turn prohibited. D. Overtaking prohibited. The correct answer is C. U-turn prohibited. Explanation. Drivers are instructed that the use of U-turns is prohibited for vehicles. Question 9. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Load limit. B. Speed limit. C. Width limit. D. Height limit. The correct answer is B. Speed limit. Explanation. You must not exceed a speed of 20 miles per hour. Question 10. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Narrow road ahead. B. Road widens ahead. C. Narrow bridge. D. Slippery road. The correct answer is A. Narrow road ahead. Explanation. The sign warns vehicular traffic that the road will narrow ahead on both sides. Question 11. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Barrier ahead. B. Dangerous dip. C. Roadworks ahead. D. Major road ahead. The correct answer is C. Roadworks ahead. Explanation. This sign indicates to road users that the carriageway ahead is obstructed by roadworks or another form of temporary obstruction. Question 12. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Cycle prohibited. B. Truck prohibited. C. Right turn prohibited. D. Left turn prohibited. The correct answer is C. Right turn prohibited. Explanation. The no right turn sign may be used to warn road users that there's a no entry prohibition on a road to the right ahead. Question 13. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. School ahead. B. Roadworks. C. Cycle crossing. D. Zebra crossing ahead. The correct answer is D. Zebra crossing ahead. Explanation. Look well ahead and be ready to stop for any pedestrians crossing or about to cross the road. Also check the pavements for anyone who looks like they might step or run into the road. Question 14. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Length limit. D. Speed limit. The correct answer is B. No stopping. Explanation. Clearways are stretches of road where you aren't allowed to stop, unless it's an emergency. Stopping where these restrictions apply may be dangerous and is likely to cause an obstruction. Restrictions might apply for several miles, and this may be indicated on the sign. Question 15. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. One-way left. B. Turn prohibited. C. Compulsory keep right. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Compulsory keep right. Explanation. This sign warns drivers that they must pass it on the right-hand side. Question 16. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Right-hand curve. B. Double bend or series of bends ahead, first to the left. C. Double bend or series of bends ahead, first to the right. D. Junction ahead controlled by a stop or give way sign. The correct answer is B. Double bend or series of bends ahead, first to the left. Explanation. Sign warns road users that they are approaching a double bend or sequence of bends, which will first turn to the left, and that they may need to reduce their speed. Question 17. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Carriageway bend to right. B. Roundabout. C. Crossroad. D. Side road. The correct answer is B. Roundabout. Explanation. As you approach a roundabout, look well ahead and check all signs. Decide which exit you wish to take, and move into the correct position as you approach the roundabout, signaling as required. Question 18. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Level crossing with a gate or barrier. B. Level crossing without a gate or barrier. C. Warning of trams crossing the road ahead. D. Opening swing bridge ahead. The correct answer is B. Level crossing without a gate or barrier. Explanation. This is a level crossing without barrier or gate ahead sign. Trains may be passing here, but there will be no gates or barriers at the level crossing. Question 19. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Motor vehicles except solo motorcycles prohibited. B. No motor vehicles. C. No towed caravans. D. Only for motor vehicles. The correct answer is A. Motor vehicles except solo motorcycles prohibited. Explanation. All motor vehicles, other than solo motorcycles, are prohibited from using this road. Question 20. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Narrow road. B. Head road widens ahead. C. Narrow bridge. D. Road narrows on right ahead. The correct answer is D. Road narrows on right ahead. Explanation. Sign warns vehicular traffic that the road will narrow ahead on the right-hand side. Question 21. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. One-way traffic. B. Both ways prohibited. C. Right turn prohibited. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. One-way traffic. Explanation. The arrow indicates that the vehicular traffic on this road is one-way. Question 22. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Left-hand curve. B. Informatory. C. Warning sign. D. Give way to traffic on the major road. The correct answer is D. Give way to traffic on the major road. Explanation. Instruction sign for traffic to give way to traffic approaching on a major road if necessary, but to proceed without stopping if you can see that the way is clear. Question 23. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Truck prohibited. B. Motor vehicles prohibited. C. Cars prohibited. D. Cycle prohibited. The correct answer is B. Motor vehicles prohibited. Explanation. The motor vehicles indicated are not allowed to use the road beyond this sign. Question 24. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Right-hand curve. B. Compulsory right turn. C. Compulsory left turn. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Compulsory left turn. Explanation. Blue circles tell you what you must do, and this sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 25. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bend ahead to the right. B. Bend ahead to the left. C. Pin bend to the right. D. Pin bend to the left. The correct answer is A. Bend ahead to the right. Explanation. This sign warns that the road ahead has a right-hand bend in it that may require you to slow down. Question 26. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Risk of falling or fallen rocks ahead. B. Uneven road surface. C. Traffic calming hump. D. Road loose gravel. The correct answer is A. Risk of falling or fallen rocks ahead. Explanation. The road ahead is at risk from falling rocks and you may also come across fallen rocks in the road. Question 27. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Level crossing with a gate or barrier. B. Level crossing without a gate or barrier. C. Cattle grid ahead. D. Gated road ahead. The correct answer is A. Level crossing with a gate or barrier. Explanation. Some crossings have gates, but no attendant or signals. You should stop, look both ways, listen and make sure that no train is approaching. If there's a telephone, contact the signal operator to make sure it's safe to cross. Question 28. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. School ahead. B. Pedestrians prohibited. C. Play zone. D. Pedestrian crossing. The correct answer is B. Pedestrians prohibited. Explanation. Pedestrians are not permitted to use the road behind this sign. Question 29. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Gas station. B. ATM. C. Air filling. D. Hospital. The correct answer is A. Gas station. Question 30. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Compulsory cycle track. B. Cycle prohibited. C. Cycle track. D. Cycle route ahead. The correct answer is D. Cycle route ahead. Explanation. Where there's a cycle route ahead, a sign will show a bicycle in a red warning triangle. Watch out for children on bicycles and cyclists rejoining the main road. Question 31. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Stopping restriction. B. Parking place. C. No entry. D. No parking. The correct answer is B. Parking place. Explanation. This sign tells you that parking is available. Question 32. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Entrance to tunnel. B. Hump bridge. C. Humps in the road. D. Soft verges. The correct answer is C. Humps in the road. Explanation. These humps have been put in place to slow the traffic down. They are usually found in residential areas. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Question 33. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way to buses. B. Give way to trams. C. Route for buses. D. Route for trams. The correct answer is D. Route for trams. Explanation. Take extra care when you encounter trams. Look out for road markings and signs that alert you to them. Modern trams are very quiet, and you may not hear them approaching. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Quayside or riverbank. B. Road liable to flooding. C. Steep hill downwards. D. Uneven road surface. The correct answer is A. Quayside or riverbank. Explanation. You should be careful in these locations, as the road surface is likely to be wet and slippery. There may be a steep drop to the water, and there may not be a barrier along the edge of the road. Question 35. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No trams ahead. B. Oncoming trams. C. Trams crossing ahead. D. Trams only. The correct answer is C. Trams crossing ahead. Explanation. This sign warns road users of a tramcar crossing hazard ahead. Question 36. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Buses turning. B. Keep right. C. Mini roundabout. D. Ring road. The correct answer is C. Mini roundabout. Explanation. When you see this sign, look out for any direction signs, and judge whether you need to signal your intentions. Do this in good time, so that other road users approaching the roundabout know what you're planning to do. Question 37. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of bus lane. B. End of motorway. C. No motor vehicles. D. No through road. The correct answer is B. End of motorway. Explanation. When you leave the motorway, make sure that you check your speedometer. You may be going faster than you realize. Slow down and look for speed limit signs. Question 38. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way. B. No through road. C. T junction. D. Turn left ahead. The correct answer is C. T junction. Explanation. This type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign and road marking that you pass, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. This sign shows there's a T junction with priority over vehicles from the right. Question 39. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. B. Two-way traffic crosses a two-way road. C. Two-way traffic over a bridge. D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. The correct answer is A. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Explanation. Be prepared for traffic approaching from junctions on either side of you. Try to avoid unnecessary changing of lanes just before the junction. Question 40. What does this traffic sign mean? Give one answer. A. Advised separation distance. B. Advisory maximum speed limit. C. Compulsory maximum speed limit. D. Compulsory minimum speed limit. The correct answer is C. Compulsory maximum speed limit. Explanation. The sign gives you an early warning of a speed restriction. If you're traveling at a higher speed, slow down in good time. You could come across queuing traffic due to roadworks or a temporary obstruction. Question 41. What are triangular signs for? Give one answer. A. To give directions. B. To give information. C. To give orders. D. To give warnings. The correct answer is D. To give warnings. Explanation. This type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign that you pass on the road, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. Question 42. What does this sign tell you? Give one answer. A. End of traffic calming zone. B. Free parking zone ends. C. No through road. D. No waiting zone ends. The correct answer is D. No waiting zone ends. Explanation. The blue and red circular sign on its own means that waiting restrictions are in force. This sign shows that you're leaving the controlled zone and waiting restrictions no longer apply. Question 43. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Beware of trains. B. Beware of trams. C. Level crossing. D. Tourist attraction. The correct answer is D. Tourist attraction. Explanation. These signs indicate places of interest and are designed to guide you by the easiest route. They're particularly useful when you're unfamiliar with the area. Question 44. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Motorway contraflow system ahead. B. Traffic approaching you has priority. C. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. The correct answer is D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. Explanation. This sign may be at the end of a dual carriageway or a one-way street. It's there to warn you of oncoming traffic. Question 45. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Hump bridge. B. Low bridge. C. Traffic calming hump. D. Uneven road. The correct answer is A. Hump bridge. Explanation. You'll need to slow down. At hump bridges, your view ahead will be restricted and the road will often be narrow. If the bridge is very steep, sound your horn to warn others of your approach. Going over the bridge too fast is highly dangerous to other road users, and could even cause your wheels to leave the road, with a resulting loss of control. Question 46. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Give way to farm vehicles. B. Give way to trams. C. Wait at the barriers. D. Wait at the crossroads. The correct answer is B. Give way to trams. Explanation. Obey the give way signs. Trams are unable to steer around you. Enter the junction when it's safe. Question 47. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroads? Give one answer. A. Carry on with great care. B. Find another route. C. Maintain the same speed. D. Telephone the police. The correct answer is A. Carry on with great care. Explanation. When traffic lights are out of order, treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be very careful and be prepared to stop. No one has priority. Question 48. You're in a tunnel and you see this sign. What does it mean? Give one answer. A. Beware of pedestrians crossing ahead. B. Beware of pedestrians, no footpath ahead. C. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. D. No access for pedestrians. The correct answer is C. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. Explanation. If you have to leave your vehicle and get out of a tunnel by an emergency exit, do so as quickly as you can. Follow the signs directing you to the nearest exit point. If there are several people using the exit, don't panic but try to leave in a calm and orderly manner. Question 49. What does a sign with a brown background show? Give one answer. A. Minor roads. B. Motorway routes. C. Primary roads. D. Tourist directions. The correct answer is D. Tourist directions. Explanation. Signs with a brown background give directions to places of interest. They are often seen on a motorway, directing you along the easiest route to the attraction. Question 50. When may you drive a motorcar in this bus lane? Give one answer. A. Outside its hours of operation. B. To get to the front of a traffic queue. C. To overtake slow-moving traffic. D. You may not use it at any time. The correct answer is A. Outside its hours of operation. Explanation. Some bus lanes operate only during peak hours, and other vehicles may use them outside these hours. Make sure you check the sign for the hours of operation before driving in a bus lane.
Part 10.
Question 1. What does the sign below means? Give one answer. A. Give way to incoming. B. Two-way traffic ahead. C. One way. D. No straight ahead. The correct answer is B. Two-way traffic ahead. Explanation. This sign may be at the end of a dual carriageway or a one-way street. It's there to warn you of oncoming traffic. Question 2. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. Height limit. B. Stop. C. No entry. D. Give way. The correct answer is C. No entry. Explanation. No entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 3. What does this sign indicate? Give one answer. A. Crossroad. B. Hospital. C. Eating place. D. Historic castle. The correct answer is D. Historic castle. Explanation. This sign indicates the distance ahead to the tourist attraction represented by the symbol, a historic castle, in this case. Question 4. The following sign represents, give one answer. A. Turn right ahead. B. Turn left ahead. C. Keep to left. D. Turn left only. The correct answer is A. Turn right ahead. Explanation. Drivers are approaching a turn ahead, where they must turn right in the direction as shown by the arrow. Question 5. What does the following sign represent? Give one answer. A. Turn right ahead. B. Pass either side to get to the same destination. C. Turn left ahead. D. Keep ahead. The correct answer is B. Pass either side to get to the same destination. Explanation. These signs are often seen in one-way streets that have more than one lane. When you see this sign, use the route that's the most convenient and doesn't require a late change of direction. Question 6. The sign below represents, give one answer. A. U-turn prohibited. B. Left turn prohibited. C. Riding of pedal cycles prohibited. D. Play zone. The correct answer is C. Riding of pedal cycles prohibited. Explanation. This sign forbids the riding of pedal cycles in the area. Question 7. What is the meaning of this sign? Give one answer. A. Length limit. B. Height limit. C. Speed limit. D. Truck prohibited. The correct answer is A. Length limit. Explanation. Vehicles that are over 32 feet and 6 inches in length are not permitted to use this road. Question 8. What does the sign below means? Give one answer. A. Compulsory ahead. B. Traffic queues likely. C. No motor vehicles. D. Only for motor vehicles. The correct answer is B. Traffic queues likely. Explanation. Sign warns road users that road ahead is likely to be afflicted with queues of traffic. Question 9. What is the meaning of this symbol? Give one answer. A. Load limit. B. Height limit. C. Axle load limit. D. Width limit. The correct answer is A. Load limit. Explanation. Goods vehicles over the gross weight of 7.5 tons are prohibited from the roadway behind the sign. Question 10. What does the following sign represents? Give one answer. A. Steep hill downwards. B. Steep ascent. C. No entry for motor. D. Loose graves. The correct answer is A. Steep hill downwards. Explanation. This sign gives you an early warning that the road ahead will slope downhill. There is a steep downwards hill ahead with a gradient of 10%, so a low gear should be used. Question 11. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bend ahead to the left. B. Bend ahead to the right. C. Right turn prohibited. D. Left turn. The correct answer is A. Bend ahead to the left. Explanation. Sign warns road users that they are approaching a left-hand bend in the road ahead. Question 12. What does this sign indicates? Give one answer. A. Width limit. B. Load limit. C. Height limit. D. Speed limit. The correct answer is C. Height limit. Explanation. The triangular shapes above and below the dimensions indicate a height restriction that applies to the road ahead. Question 13. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Road narrows on left. B. Road narrows on right. C. Road narrows ahead. D. Road widens ahead. The correct answer is A. Road narrows on left. Explanation. Sign warns vehicular traffic that the road will narrow ahead on the left-hand side. Question 14. What does the sign below indicates? Give one answer. A. Pedestrians crossing. B. Give way. C. School ahead. D. Pedestrians prohibited. The correct answer is C. School ahead. Explanation. The area ahead is near a school or playground, where children and parents may be going to or from. Question 15. The following sign represents, give one answer. A. Right-hand curve. B. Left-hand curve. C. Double bend first to the right. D. Double bend first to the left. The correct answer is C. Double bend first to the right. Explanation. Sign warns road users that they are approaching a double bend or sequence of bends which will first turn to the right, and that they may need to reduce their speed. Question 16. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Right-hand lane for buses only. B. Right-hand lane for turning right. C. The right-hand lane ahead is narrow. D. The right-hand lane is closed. The correct answer is D. The right-hand lane is closed. Explanation. Yellow and black temporary signs may be used to inform you about roadworks or lane restrictions. Look well ahead. If you have to change lanes, do so in good time. Question 17. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. Turn right. B. Turn left. C. Straight only. D. Keep right only. The correct answer is A. Turn right. Explanation. The arrow indicates that vehicles should continue along the road in the direction indicated. Question 18. The sign below indicates, give one answer. A. No U-turn. B. Right turn prohibited. C. Left turn prohibited. D. Left turn. The correct answer is C. Left turn prohibited. Explanation. Drivers are instructed that the left turn is prohibited for vehicles. Question 19. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Turn left. B. One-way traffic. C. Stop on the head. D. Turn right. The correct answer is B. One-way traffic. Explanation. The arrow indicates that the vehicular traffic on this road is one way. Question 20. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. Parking allowed. B. No stopping. C. No entry. D. Length limit. The correct answer is B. No stopping. Explanation. This sign tells you that you must not stop on the main carriageway at any time. Question 21. What does this sign indicate? Give one answer. A. Give way. B. No entry. C. Danger ahead. D. No entry for motor. The correct answer is C. Danger ahead. Explanation. This sign is there to alert you to the likelihood of danger ahead. It may be accompanied by a plate indicating the type of hazard. Be ready to reduce your speed and take avoiding action. Question 22. What is the meaning of this sign? Give one answer. A. Cycle prohibited. B. Route for cycle only. C. No motor vehicles. D. All of the above. The correct answer is B. Route for cycle only. Explanation. This sign marks a route which may only be used by pedal cycles. Question 23. The sign below represents, give one answer. A. Slippery road. B. Buses prohibited. C. Steep descent. D. Steep ascent. The correct answer is B. Buses prohibited. Explanation. This sign marks a route which buses are not permitted to use. Question 24. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Uneven road ahead. B. Humps in the road. C. Narrow road ahead. D. Barrier ahead. The correct answer is B. Humps in the road. Explanation. These humps have been put in place to slow the traffic down. They are usually found in residential areas. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Question 25. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Traffic signals. B. Low-flying aircraft. C. Parking. D. Left turn. The correct answer is B. Low-flying aircraft. Explanation. This sign warns road users that sudden aircraft noise or low-flying aircraft are likely ahead to help prevent surprise. Question 26. The sign below represents, give one answer. A. No entry. B. Give way. C. Traffic signals ahead. D. Crossroad. The correct answer is C. Traffic signals ahead. Explanation. Sign warning that there is a traffic control system controlled by lights ahead. Question 27. The following sign represents, give one answer. A. Turn right. B. Turn left. C. Straight only. D. Keep left. The correct answer is D. Keep left. Explanation. This sign warns drivers that they must pass it on the left-hand side. Question 28. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Steep hill downwards. B. Steep hill upwards. C. Speed breaker. D. Steep hill. The correct answer is B. Steep hill upwards. Explanation. There is a steep upwards hill ahead, with a gradient of 20%, so a low gear should be used. Question 29. What does this sign indicates? Give one answer. A. First aid post. B. Light refreshment. C. Crossway ahead. D. Parking place for motor cars. The correct answer is D. Parking place for motor cars. Explanation. This sign indicates that this space is reserved for cars to park in. Question 30. What does this sign indicate? Give one answer. A. A cycle route. B. A diversion route. C. A pedestrian zone. D. A picnic area. The correct answer is B. A diversion route. Explanation. When a diversion route has been put in place, drivers are advised to follow a symbol, which may be a black triangle, square, circle, or diamond shape on a yellow background. Question 31. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of dual carriageway. B. End of narrow bridge. C. Road narrows. D. Swing bridge ahead. The correct answer is D. Swing bridge ahead. Explanation. There is a swing bridge or one that can open for boats at a river crossing ahead. Question 32. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Multi-exit roundabout. B. Place of historical interest. C. Gate warning sign. D. 6 roads converge. The correct answer is C. Gate warning sign. Explanation. Warning sign for drivers that they may need to stop at a gate in the road. Question 33. The sign below represents, give one answer. A. Beware of pedestrians crossing ahead. B. Beware of pedestrians, no footpath ahead. C. Pedestrians in road. D. No access for pedestrians. The correct answer is C. Pedestrians in road. Explanation. Pedestrians are likely to be a hazard on the road ahead. Question 34. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. Soft verges ahead. B. Uneven road ahead. C. No smoking warning. D. Cattle grid ahead. The correct answer is A. Soft verges ahead. Explanation. The road ahead has soft verges on either side for 2 miles ahead that may be difficult to see and become narrow in places. Question 35. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Entrance to red route clearway. B. Entrance to a pay and display parking zone. C. Entrance to a ticket parking zone. D. Entrance to a meter parking zone. The correct answer is D. Entrance to a meter parking zone. Explanation. This sign tells you that you are entering a zone where you must pay at a meter in order to park. Question 36. The sign below represents, give one answer. A. Articulated vehicles prohibited. B. No entry for vehicular traffic. C. Solo motorcycles prohibited. D. Motor vehicles prohibited. The correct answer is C. Solo motorcycles prohibited. Explanation. This sign indicates the prohibition of solo motorcycles on a road. Question 37. What does this sign indicates? Give one answer. A. Towed caravans prohibited. B. All vehicles prohibited. C. Pedestrians prohibited. D. Cycle prohibited. The correct answer is A. Towed caravans prohibited. Explanation. If you are towing a caravan, then you are prohibited from using this road. Question 38. What's the meaning of this sign? Give one answer. A. Bus lane ahead. B. End of two-way road. C. Give priority. D. You have priority. The correct answer is D. You have priority. Explanation. Don't force your way through. Show courtesy and consideration to other road users. Although you have priority, make sure oncoming traffic is going to give way before you continue. Question 39. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Bus station on the right. B. Contraflow bus lane. C. Give way to buses. D. With flow bus lane. The correct answer is B. Contraflow bus lane. Explanation. There will also be markings on the road surface to indicate the bus lane. You mustn't use this lane for parking or overtaking. Question 40. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. Adverse camber. B. Airport. C. Road noise. D. Side winds. The correct answer is D. Side winds. Explanation. A warning sign with a picture of a windsock indicates that there may be strong side winds. This sign is often found on exposed roads. Question 41. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. No through road. B. T-junction. C. Telephone box ahead. D. Toilet ahead. The correct answer is A. No through road. Explanation. You won't be able to find a through route to another road. Use this road only for access. Question 42. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Dangerous dip. B. Hump or rough road. C. Uneven road. D. Narrow road. The correct answer is C. Uneven road. Explanation. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead is of an uneven surface. Question 43. These flashing red lights mean that you must stop. Where would you find them? Give one answer. A. Level crossings. B. Motorway exits. C. Pelican crossings. D. Zebra crossings. The correct answer is A. Level crossings. Explanation. These signals are found at level crossings, swing or lifting bridges, some airfields, and emergency access sites. The flashing red lights mean stop whether or not the way seems to be clear. Question 44. The sign shown below represents, give one answer. A. U-turn prohibited. B. Left turn prohibited. C. Articulated vehicles prohibited. D. One way. The correct answer is C. Articulated vehicles prohibited. Explanation. Articulate vehicles are prohibited from use of the road, and cannot drive on the road beyond this sign. Question 45. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of the urban clearway restrictions. B. No parking at all from Monday to Friday. C. No parking on the days and times shown. D. You can park on the days and times shown. The correct answer is C. No parking on the days and times shown. Explanation. Urban clearways are provided to keep traffic flowing at busy times. You may stop only briefly to set down or pick up passengers. Times of operation will vary from place to place, so always check the signs. Question 46. What must you do when you see this sign? Give one answer. A. Stop even if the road is clear. B. Stop only if a red light is showing. C. Stop only if children are crossing. D. Stop only if traffic is approaching. The correct answer is A. Stop even if the road is clear. Explanation. Stop signs are situated at junctions, where visibility is restricted or where there's heavy traffic. They must be obeyed. You must stop. Take good all-round observation before moving off. Question 47. Where does this marking normally appear on a road? Give one answer. A. Just before a give-way sign. B. Just before a no-entry sign. C. Just before a no-through road sign. D. Just before a stop sign. The correct answer is A. Just before a give-way sign. Explanation. This road marking means you should give way to traffic on the main road. It might not be used at junctions where there isn't much traffic. However, if there's a double broken line across the junction, the give-way rules still apply. Question 48. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. Ancient monument ahead. B. Low bridge ahead. C. Traffic danger spot ahead. D. Tunnel ahead. The correct answer is D. Tunnel ahead. Explanation. When approaching a tunnel, switch on your dipped headlights. Be aware that your eyes might need to adjust to the sudden darkness. You may need to reduce your speed. Question 49. You're approaching a red traffic light. What will the signal show next? Give one answer. A. Amber alone. B. Green alone. C. Green and amber. D. Red and amber. The correct answer is D. Red and amber. Explanation. If you know which light is going to show next, you can plan your approach accordingly. This can help prevent excessive braking or hesitation at the junction. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Give one answer. A. End of dual carriageway. B. End of narrow bridge. C. Road narrows. D. Tall bridge. The correct answer is A. End of dual carriageway. Explanation. Don't wait until the last moment before moving into the left-hand lane. Plan ahead and don't rely on other traffic letting you in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to support this channel. Thank you for watching, and good luck for your test.